Hello and welcome, everyone. So today we are crafting. So anybody wants to come and join me on the panel, craft with me, you're welcome to do so. So I'm on StreamYard today, so you guys can come and join me. So just give me a second here. I will share. Okay, I'm going to share. Hold on, I'm just finishing up my smoke here. I don't want to wreck this live stream. So we're going to share. Invite and is going to share the link. Copy. So anybody that wants to craft with me, come on up. I'm gonna be doing putty clay, but anybody else can do whatever they want. So you guys can all do whatever you want. Okay. All right, let me just finish. I shared it on my new community tab. I have one on my crafty channel, so I'm so excited that I get to share that. So I know it shows a beach and stuff, but yeah, that's where I wish I was. Nice, warm, sunny beach. My back's still hurting, so the only thing I'm going to be doing is crafting. So I went and got myself a couple more of these putty clay, craft clay, ready clay to do what I got to do. So after I went offline yesterday, I did this. Just sitting here till like 1 o'clock last night, and I was up since the night before at 5 o'clock. So I can do this in my sleep almost. So this is really relaxing for me, and I'm pretty proud of the ones that I did, but I'm going to paint them later. But here is something I made afterwards. This is a candle holder, and all the little things in the bottom is grass, and then I can put some flowers. I'm going to paint those flowers. And we got a little triangle, which is the symbol of water. So there's that one I made. And I made a bunch of little things. I made a pizza slice. I made a Gorda / taco type of thing. And I'm going to paint that. I made a little one too. And I made a yin yang sign. And I've so far made the Gemini sign. So that's my sign. So I made my sign. So we'll see if I make all the other signs yet. And these ones are cool to add to things. So I also made a little ice cream cone. But it doesn't look like much right now. But once it's painted, it will look pretty awesome. And the little slice of pizza that I made yesterday. You guys will see those ones. So, and then I made all of these really cool card holders. And I made this one today. This is a little Gemini one I made today, and it's still wet, so you can't really see it yet, but it's a card holder for my cards when I do card readings. And I made this little card candle holder today. It has the Gemini symbol in there. And I made this for one of my people that is helping me. So I made it special for someone that is helping me right now. And positive intentions for that person. So I'll show you all the ones I've already made. There's a little yin yang one card holder, and the cards they fit so perfectly in there, even the big ones. Like, look, hey Echo, want to come up? Oh yeah, I was gonna post the link. Hang on. That's how good it works. Hold on. That's how good they work. And look at it. Oh, that was on the side. Okay. This has been my card that I've been using for it. So this is the card. I'm going to read the card that I'm using for it. So you guys can all get the beautiful message on this card as well that I've been using to do this. So there's another one. A little tree stump with a heart. And here's another one. A little flower on that one. And this one here is for someone special too. This one here. And this one has a little bow on it. But all right, so let's read the card. The Seven of Abundance, Have patience, and sometimes the dreams you're growing slowly. Don't worry, the hard work you have invested will bring about a beautiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because things will soon move forward really quickly. Use your time to rest and plan. And that's what I'm doing is I'm planning by doing this. So I hope that's a message for everyone that, is working on something right now. If things have been going slow, have patience because it will pick up soon. And then you'll be like, oh, I wish things would go a little slower, right? Because once things pick up, that means that we use more of our energy, right? So that's why resting is important. And this is what I'm doing. I'm resting and I'm meditating, and I'm also doing work while I'm meditating. And right now my back is really hurting. So the best thing for me to do is sit and do things. All right. Did I not? Oh, I did post a link. Okay. Hey, Echo, if you want to come up, you're welcome to come up. Doesn't matter what even if you're not doing crafts, it's okay. You can come up and chill and talk to me. But didn't have to tell you twice. Hey, that's cool. I like when people come up when they want to and not be nervous. So welcome, Echo.
Hello.
Hello. Can everybody hear us well? Let me see if
Let me
my
share you out.
let me see if my volume is right here. Turn it up a little bit. There. All right. So what do you think? I'm just working hard here. I've started
How
making.
long have you been working with clay?
I
How long
did
have
a
you been
little bit
working with
last
clay?
year. I did it a little bit last year, maybe 2 years ago, and then I actually forgot that I had done that. And then I found some of the things that I made last year, and they're right there.
I haven't
They're
worked with
right
clay
here.
since junior high.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't. They when you we had like these we had a craft class,
yeah.
and so they had us working with clay.
Well, I think this would be a good, especially for small communities that don't have a lot of things going on in it in the small communities. I think this would be a great opportunity for people to get together and start something like that. Because like if you live in a small community, there's usually nothing to do for people.
Uh,
Families,
uh, that is so true.
families, and all that. There's nothing to do. So what I want to do, and this is my idea for my town and stuff. I want to create a place like that, and I want that to be my place. And so,
Growing up in Virginia, we had pottery places and stuff where you
I
could
want to
go
kind of
do stuff
create
like
something
that.
that's all of the arts, like painting, uh, all of that stuff, like all of that creative stuff.
Well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. That's kind of my plan because you know what? We all have different ways of expressing our artistic side.
Exactly.
Hey, there's my other friend. There's JB. What?
The thing I
She
was working
did.
on that I need to get back into was making a dream catcher.
Oh, that's a good thing too. I've only ever made one real dream catcher.
I kept having trouble doing the I can do the ring, like when you wrap it, it's doing the netting or whatever you call that, webbing.
Yeah.
I kept messing up, so I got to
You
get
know
back to
what
doing
I
that.
feel about that is that the webbing is your own. That's your own style. So for me, the way I believe in it, if you're gonna make a dream catcher for yourself, make it the way you feel is where your hands want to make the tosses and turns, and that's because it's your web that you're weaving. You're not
Yeah,
weaving a web because it's out there and it's somebody's. You're weaving your own web.
because I think I had my first one someone gave to me because they were just like, here, you need this. It's like someone gave me a little bell, one time when in high school. It's about evil spirits or whatever. They can keep them away or something. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
evil eye protection. Yeah. And
I
JB,
have
if you want to come up, you're welcome to come up.
I
The
still
link is
have
right there.
I still have that bell somewheres.
But so I went and got myself a couple more of these packages that you can get at the dollar store, the dollar discount stores.
Oh,
And so I'm pretty proud of these things, the little candle holders that I'm making. And
oh,
they could also be a little cactus or a little succulent pottery. So you can use it for that or for a candle, right? But they fit
Yeah.
these, they fit the voter candles in there. That's pretty much the right size for anything, you know. The voter size. A lot of people use the voter candles.
I use those ones, those electrical ones, which
Well,
I got
they
to
will fit in
replace.
here too. Yeah, the
That's
electric ones
cool.
would fit in here too because these fit. See?
Hmm. Oh, that's actually pretty awesome. It's got just enough little space so it's not too tight.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
cool.
you want to keep it clean. So the best ones they use for this is the one that has the little, you know,
Oh,
container
that
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 they're in.
that metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made my name too. Well, I've got half of my name here, Anna. So except for the A, I haven't made the other A yet. I just made some.
See, what I used to do is stuff like this.
Oh, that's engraving. Is that a pot?
What?
Is that
That's wood
clay?
burning. No,
Oh,
that's
that's
wood
the wood
burning.
burning. Wood burning.
Yeah. I got told do something easy and
Let me see that again. That face, you did a pretty good job at a face.
yeah. They told do something simple. I'm like I'll do it halfway simple, halfway hard.
Yeah, that's kind of like almost like still has flesh on it, but it's kind of like a skull, right?
Yeah. I
Okay, yeah,
actually
I
had
read
to
it right.
I had to replace my wood burning gun because it was old. So like the stuff that's like a cork stuff that's meant to protect the fingers was coming off. So my poor fingers afterwards were not feeling too good.
Yeah, I bet. You
So it's
coming
like
up, JB?
yeah. So it's like I need to get one because I don't think my fingers can take it.
But yeah, so nobody shows me nobody watching right now.
Well, I learned about last night on my almost 6 hour stream this thing called Nightbot, where people because to drop links you got to be a mod. This will like using a keyword they can drop like the links for the channels and stuff. Like it helps people grow.
Well, on the YouTube side, I can make you now because I'm not on my tablet. I'm actually on my computer, so I could make you guys mods. And JB's already in my mod on the other one, so I just made you a mod, JB, in case someone's trying to stop your messages because that sometimes happens on StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
And I'll make Echo. I'll make you a moderator here too, because you're always come up. So
yeah, I'll give it one thing: they don't cause as much trouble on YouTube as they do on Twitch.
oh right, there's two different. Okay, so I'm going to make you guys a standard mod, because you can also make someone a managing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want nobody managing my shit.
Yeah, someone asked me about if I would do that, and I was like, no, because if something goes bad, something goes wrong, it can come back on me. I don't want that responsibility.
Well, no, they have a little bit more little bit more rights or whatever.
Yeah, because I guess you can assign them to your channel too, and that's something I would never want to have power over someone else's
Unless
channel.
I know you and you're around my area and you're my fucking world every day, I ain't gonna do that. That's just protecting my own energy, and I don't think anybody should trust that either. Really.
Yeah.
Yes, people can be awesome online, but we don't know all their sides.
It's like when it came to mods in the past, I had to think about never naming guys mods. How some guys can be.
Well, they can sometimes let their ego kind of take over, and yeah. And they can they can get a little bit, what do you call it? Trigger happy.
Yes, so at one point I had a whole on different programs. I had a whole bunch of female mods. Like, why have we got no male mods? Watch what the guys do.
Yeah, I'd like to get to know Jenna. Jennifer, is that her name? Yeah, Jennifer seems really cool.
Which one, Tucci?
The girl that comes on your you guys' channel.
That's Jen. That's Tucci.
Yeah, she does reviews on movies and.
Yeah. She's got a lot of spunk. I like that. It's someone good to bounce. Yeah. I like if you have someone good to bounce off. It makes the stream so much more fun.
Well, she's usually in a good she usually portrays a good character, right?
Yeah.
I say character because you guys are all into movies, so yeah, like.
She's also one of those ones that's fun to tease. And she's getting good spirit. Like we had someone one time get up and shake the butt on camera, and someone put her on solo, so she couldn't see it. So she started screaming at us as we laughed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's lighthearted. Where is she anyway? I don't want to be talking about nobody unless they're here. So because I'm saying
Yeah,
good things, but
I haven't talked to her today.
she's not coming to my channel yet. But I hope she does. Like, I mean, I like her. I like her. And don't be nervous because we're all the same. You know, we're all a little different, and that's why we find each other, right? Because we're all a little different. And the different is good because I don't like the same things. I
It
don't
gets
like somebody that's
boring.
exactly the same as me.
It also gets boring.
Yeah. Because a lot of us
I mean,
were like already in our own energy all the time, and so sometimes getting the same kind of person is boring.
always me, because whenever I've run into somebody who's the same as me, then you get the opposite. You get that whole headbutting thing.
Yeah. You're both very high strung or very strong energies or whatever.
Yeah, and so it's just like, I just want to chill and relax. I don't want to sit there and headbutt.
Yeah. Me
I'm one
too.
of those guys. I can talk about violence, but I hate doing it. I do not like it at all.
Yeah. I don't like to really. I mean, if it's a movie and you're discussing it, or if there's a situation you have to discuss it, well, that's one thing. But living in that energy, I don't like it either.
We need more positivity in this day and time.
We do. Being negative is so easy. That's the go-to when you just don't feel like you don't feel any good. That's the
Yeah,
easiest thing sometimes. But sometimes it's not the best thing, but it's the easiest.
it's so easy to sit there and go, well, I hate this person. Why? Just because.
Well, no, but hate is a strong word. You can say you
Yeah,
dislike something they're doing or dislike what they're doing. That's a
yeah,
that's a better way to put it, and that's a better
yeah.
way that people don't feel so triggered or whatever it may be.
I think
Because
I got too used to using the hate word, because when I was in my early teens, I was one of those ones who had the attitude problem.
when
And then I,
someone's doing my opinion, when someone's doing negative things and you're hating on them, you're giving them power.
with me, was what got me, was started to get me out of it. I was about 8th or 9th grade sitting in the cafeteria all alone because no one wanted to sit with me. And I came to the conclusion, I don't like that. And I needed to stop being a butthead and start being nicer so that people would talk to me and I can have
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, that some people, okay, so if people are not aware of the energy, so they may have a friend that every time they call, all they do is complain. So when you're talking to this person that's always listening to their friends complain, when you talk to them, that's the same energy you're getting from that person. They're complaining. Everything they say to you is in a complaining voice. And that drives me insane.
Yeah, this is like I said, we need positivity. Let's talk about positive things.
Yeah, well, we
Like,
have to discuss on how it becomes negative, right? We have to
yeah,
discuss it because people that are doing it are not aware.
so very true.
So because like I have a person that's very close to me, they gave birth to me and stuff, and they have a friend that's maybe going through a little bit something right now, and when she calls, she tries to be positive, but she just like lets it all out on mom, like, and it's like, and then your mom is like all whiny and bitchy, and she's like, no, I'm fine. She's not really unloading on me. Well, no, because you're unloading that on me now. So no, thank you.
I've noticed a lot of the negative people that I know in person are my older relatives. So I'm like, is that what's going to happen to me when I get into my 60s and
Because they're stuck
70s?
in their ways. They're stuck in their
Exactly.
ways. They don't understand energy because we're all being awoken again.
Yeah.
Hey, Trishy. Trishy.
I agree with what Will and my sister, Rock Drummers Forever said. Being positive is better than negative.
You want to come up? Trish, come on up. Will, everybody. Welcome. Come on up.
Yeah, it's
We're going to
fun to
make some
have.
stuff.
Yeah, it's. What is the biggest thing out of clay that you've ever made?
Well, my most proudest thing I've made out of clay is actually my little cottage house that I'm going to.
Oh yeah, you posted a picture of that.
And if I had a real house like that, I'd be happy. Even the little pool on the top of the roof, because that's also suntanning. You could suntan on top of your roof, I think it's pretty awesome.
I used to tell a joke that I want to put a high fence around our yard in one area just so I can have a outside tub to be naked in. And I usually get these looks like, "Are you insane?" No, it'd be funny as hell.
I'm pretty proud of all the things I've been making lately. Like, I'm really proud of these little card holders that are so nice and little solid, and they're solid.
Ooh, that's actually looking nice.
Yeah, they're so cute. And wait till I paint them. Ah! I don't think I'm going to get any painting done today, but I'm pretty excited about them. Oh,
Now,
here's what
do you let them sit and dry, or do you put them in the oven and do it that way?
actually, I put a couple of them in the dehydrator, and guess what happened?
What, they crack or something?
Yep. So I made my big yin yang sign, but see the
Ooh,
big crack in it?
Oh, right next to the blue circle.
The red there, right there. See?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
ouch.
the big crack in there, and I also let it dry on top of this because I wanted it to stay the size. So I think that's another reason it did that.
Oof.
But I've now sealed it, and I put not epoxy resin, Mod Podge. I put this stuff.
Oh yeah, I love Mod Podge. When I used to do puzzles, and I want to keep them together, Mod Podge.
Oh, so here's my little weed leaf. My little weed leaf I made.
Oh, nice.
Those ones are from homemade. These are all made from homemade epoxy resin. I mean, putty clay.
Yeah.
These are all made from home stuff. And then all these really cool things that I just recently made are made from the putty clay, the real putty clay. The stuff that you don't want to eat because it's mud. It's basically mud.
Yeah.
And then once you seal it.
In Virginia, we used to dig deep until we found that clay and would play with it.
Being positive and better than being negative. That's right, Will.
Yep.
And hello, everyone. Trish says, what is Trish doing? She said something up here. Oh, there is Mr. Will. Welcome.
Hey, sister, how you doing?
Hello. How's it going, Brother Will?
I'm horrible with names. I seen you. Just my brain's losing again.
Everybody calls him Echo, but I don't know what what is your name?
Patrick.
You're Patrick too?
Yeah, I think like because we was Cheetah, I think it's better like if we were ever on the stream and people started calling us both Pat. Oh man, that might be a bit of a headache.
Well, I might have already done it.
One of my favorite drummers, Jason Bonham. I'm a John Bonham fanatic. You remind me of Jason Bonham.
Oh
100%.
yeah,
I'm a drummer.
Yeah, Will is a drummer.
I remember I was watching what was it? I was back in the late '80s, early '90s, the Moscow Music Peace Festival, and they got his son to come out, and I think it was
he is amazing. I mean, he's not like his father, of course. His dad, John Bonham, was the drummer originally.
Oh
and I like Good Times, Bad Times. Do. It's a days of my
you got the beat.
It's a tricky beat though, but it has like a hi hat with a little tambourine and a hi hat.
I like the song "Stairway to Heaven," but I've started finding people who are like, we don't like that song.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but it's kind of scary though, the words.
But like Communication Breakdown, I like. What other ones? It's been a long time since I've listened to them. No, they didn't do. They did one.
Rock and Roll.
Rock. That was the song that his son at the Moscow Peace Festival was trying to remember that he drummed for.
It's like a real fast snare part on that part. You gotta be right on the dot. Like goes.
Go Will.
It's pretty much just like a straight pattern. Like I'm gonna say that a rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Rock and roll is. What did it say? How's that song go? Rock and roll is what's polluted.
Rock and roll is here to stay. That would be
the other one is like.
I remember
about the other one.
Shana now.
Skies pollution.
Yeah. I got into like
doing a brand new dance. Little Eva.
I got into this the Queen when they did that song Stone Cold Crazy, was it? That's like whoa fast.
I love that song, and also they did Crazy little thing called love.
Oh yeah.
There goes my baby.
Oh, that I remember. I'd heard songs like We Will Rock You or Wheel of Champions, and then some guy, because my dad was in the Navy, calls me over to the car and he started playing the soundtrack to Flash Gordon.
It's,
And that hooked me, and I was a fan since. I just had to hear that and be like, okay, I'm a fan.
one of my favorite Canadian actors of all time has to be Mike Myers. And of course, John Candy, hand down. I love John Candy.
John Candy's awesome.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that he's gone, but in spirit, he's always going to be with us.
That's right. When I say, he's awesome, it's like because I'm so spiritual, like to me, he's not really gone.
No, he's not. He was from Ontario, I believe, Canada.
Really? Yeah. Nice.
Always liked we need that movie Canadian Bacon.
Oh, I love that one when he
When they get pulled over by the cop, he's like,
Rhea Perlman.
Graffiti. Yeah, they have Dan Aykroyd pulls him over. And he's like, "Oh, they had the graffiti. You got to put it in French too." Like what? Yeah, you're gonna repeat it. Put it in French too.
Oui, monsieur.
Canadian
Bonjour.
bacon.
Bonjour. Bonsoir. My Papa was from Louisiana, and his mother, of course, she was totally French, could not speak English. And Papa would always say bonjour to me and said, "What does that mean? Hello," in French.
Yeah, that's the only word I pretty much know in French.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Yeah. And first word I learned in English is kind of funny because I'm a Gemini, and Geminis are the lover sign, the sign of love, right?
Yes.
And the first word I learned in English was love.
It is.
Weird. First English word I ever learned was love.
Good word to learn.
I love all of y'all. Always remember. One thing I always say: keep rocking, never give up.
That's right. I'm making the Taurus sign right now.
Those are beautiful. My sister, I used to actually throw in the pottery wheel when I was younger.
Really?
Yes, it was so difficult because if you don't have your hands just right and I watched the movie Ghost.
Yeah, we all love that movie, don't we? Patrick Swayze was awesome.
He was funny too.
Yeah. It's like
the same way as he got his born is his girlfriend on the movie, which is like subliminally real. Okay, subliminally it's real. What's happening in that movie, right? Subliminally it's real. Okay, so that does really happen in life. People will send you messages for people that you should trust.
Yes.
When you have somebody that passes away. So that is all really true stuff that happens on that movie, and that's how a lot of people have learned to believe as well. Hey, there's the other one. Getting all my friends in my class today.
Beautiful Trish, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Fine.
I'll take my copyright music listing bump and go upstairs.
No copyright music, husband.
Yeah, honey, bye.
Bye. Lots of love.
I feel like that song by Ringo. I like to be under the sea. Okay.
That's the thing that bothers me too. Is I love to share my music with people, but not my music, but I mean music I love. Right?
Yeah,
music I love, and I can't do that. I can't show people that side of myself, and the only way I can is by sharing my music folders with you guys. So I've been doing that. I've been sharing my music folders, and also on my Facebook I'll share. And I couldn't find you on Facebook. I was going to send you a message to come on, Trish, but I couldn't find you on Facebook. Yeah.
Well, my last name is Russell.
Well, maybe I already have you, and I just didn't realize who you were.
I need to friend you too, Trish, on Facebook. I've just been so busy helping my mom and my dad, and
That's okay.
Facebook already.
I'm really leery on adding people on Facebook, so if
Me
I don't
too. I have 100 friggin'. I have like 100 friggin'
I don't recognize the name.
See, I forget who I'm friends with.
So the thing is, let's make it clear for everybody. So if you want to add somebody on Facebook, make sure you go and connect with them on YouTube first, because that's when we know who you are.
Yeah.
Especially if the person is a YouTube creator. Yeah.
I get a lot of random people, and so I'm just like, no.
I mean, I don't even know who to
Decline.
trust. I mean, very sadly, who do we trust on Facebook? I mean, I get friend requests. Is that really my friend, or is that someone that
Oh,
You
that's
made a little
cute.
I love
Taurus
it.
sign.
You made a little Taurus sign.
It's
Yep.
beautiful.
Cute.
Sorry, my little-
So this is the one. This is the one that Trish wants.
I do.
oh, I love it.
I do. I do
My
want that
sister,
one.
I'd love to buy one too for you. If I can.
And this is the one that Tracy wanted. And
That's so
I added
cute.
a little heart to it. I added a little heart to it there.
Didn't you take it upstairs and leave it upstairs?
You're a beautiful artist, my sister.
Sorry, babe. I haven't seen it.
Thank you, Will. I might just go have to make myself another pot of coffee because my son's going to bed now, so I don't want to disturb him. So I got to go get everything out of the kitchen I need.
Make iced tea.
What do you say?
He said make iced tea. That's what
No,
we're
I don't
doing.
like iced tea. It's pea.
It's tea.
Yeah, but lots of lemon and sugar.
Maybe that's how people like it then.
My grandmother always made something called sun tea, actually, out in the sun.
Oh yeah, it's what I make. It's pretty much just you don't even have to put it in the sun. It's just put a tea bag of water in. Walk away.
The only tea I really like is the chamomile, really, and I also like the spiced tea.
Oh,
Have
me
you ever
too.
tried
The
putting
Thai?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried putting creamer in tea like some people do?
Oh,
In
yeah.
the chai tea,
Yeah.
I would. In the chai tea, I would.
I did it once and I decided I don't like it.
I didn't like
In
it either.
chamomile, I wouldn't.
Try if you like a sweet tea with a bit of vanilla, try Earl Grey with French vanilla creamer. I
Thank you.
have it every morning. Every morning.
I don't
Trust
like
me,
French
it's good.
vanilla. I don't like my coffee. I like it plain.
Okay.
lot. I do sometimes like the flavor, and when I do, it's usually hazelnut or something.
I like hazelnut too. In fact, my favorite coffee is hazelnut cream, and I can't have coffee, so I can't have it anymore, and it sucks.
My favorite latte at Tim Hortons is the one that they have in October, which is the pumpkin spice.
Oh, I've got pumpkin spice latte from Epicure in my cupboard right now.
I love pumpkin spice.
They
I
go
love
crazy
that.
with pumpkin spice down here in Washington State. They go way too crazy with it.
Oh, everything's pumpkin spice come October. It's
And I remember one year it was bacon. They made
Canadian bacon, then?
No, they made bacon milkshakes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I was just like, I am not touching that. The very idea just makes my stomach do things it's not supposed to medically do.
Yeah, I love Canadian bacon, but when it comes to, because it's a ham, but when it comes to a bacon and a milkshake, oh my goodness gracious.
You guys are making me hungry. Now I have to. There's no friggin' fast food around here that's open, so stop.
sorry.
I want a big juicy hamburger right now.
I would
That
How
definitely
do you
good.
think I feel? Okay, I'm like an hour away from any kind of fast food because I live in a little village, and Regina is an hour away.
Regina.
Regina, where
Sorry.
the nearest big center that would have like fast food chains. Regina,
Yeah.
an hour away.
I need to stop eating. I mean, every time I like when I go by McDonald's, I gotta just turn my head and say I did not see that place. It's not there.
I know. My parents got me hooked on them because every Saturday we go to McDonald's.
I love their breakfast, but it's not healthy.
I got hooked on as a kid McDonald's because they used to make the BLT. And I love BLTs.
Stop
My
talking about
mom likes
bacon.
the
There is bacon in my
BLT too.
fridge. I can go make myself a bacon something.
That sounds yummy, like a BLT with a little bit of like maybe chicken and toasted with cheese.
A little avocado too goes
That
good
sounds
on
like
it.
a clubhouse.
I ate my avocado yesterday, my last one.
I like clubhouse sandwiches. They're good.
Just if you go to Subways, don't get the tuna.
Oh, I tried that. It was not fresh at all.
You know, someone took that in for DNA testing, and it wasn't tuna.
It's not tuna. If it
My
was tuna,
poor mom. No, stop! She's like, stop it! I like the tuna.
it's imitation tuna. It's like the imitation crab meat they had. Same thing.
Yeah.
Real.
I still find it funny that someone took a Subway tuna melt or whatever, they had it tested, DNA tested. That part right there blows my mind. Someone would do that.
Oh, it just gives me chills like thinking about like I used to eat those.
Yeah.
I never did, but still, who takes the food in to be tested for DNA?
You know,
People that are
somebody who obviously
cautious.
had questions. Yep.
People that are cautious, I guess, because there's so much allowed. There's so much crap to be allowed to be put in our food that we have to now really be cautious about it.
Yeah.
Just because the government says it's fine for us, is it really though?
Oh, yes.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
you.
wow.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, peace and love
love
right
those
there.
countries.
Oh, wow. That
Thank
is
you.
incredible.
I'm gonna say Jerry Garcia, watch out. You know, I love Jerry
It
Garcia.
really is just the pattern and the yarn. The yarn is multicolored, but the pattern I'm using really makes the colors just pop out, right?
It
It
does.
So I try not to take any what am I trying to say? I try not to take anything away from the yarn because I mean I've only been crocheting for 2.5 years.
Chris, that's beautiful.
My mom's been doing that for I don't know how many years. And I went out of my room. I came out of my room one day, and her and my cousins were there having like a little, party, crocheting or whatever.
I love it.
And it freaks me out.
It's a yin yang.
Let me go make a coffee. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
Yep.
But like my mom and all my cousins having a crocheting party, and I didn't know about it, so I just kind of turned like, okay, I'm going back to my room because they're all there and all being loud and stuff, and just like, oh no.
I still remember like in the 80s, like having a boom box in my room and just like cranking up the Ramones and all these groups. And I got to meet Marky Bell came to our Chinese restaurant here a while back. I got to meet him. Very, very kind, loving person. You don't think of him that way with the Ramones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a totally different person. And when you meet him, he actually gave me a hug.
I miss those old boom boxes.
I do too.
And the old sound systems. You got you got like what 3 or 4 pieces. Here's your record player. Here's your cassette and the equalizer and all that stuff.
8-tracks.
Oh, when I was about 13 years old, and I'd always heard about them, and I go to visit my grandmother, and she had one. First time I saw one, I ended up breaking it because I kept playing with it. Like, they exist, they're real.
Oh, they're like expensive now. Those things are like the price on those. Some of those, even reel to reels. People are keeping those things like hanging them on the walls.
Oh yeah. I think the oldest thing I have is the Atari 7800 or whatever.
I mean, I was born in 1981. I'm 41 years old. I look back like the tapes. We take little pencils and try to roll the tapes back up. And
I was born in 78. I remember that. I remember putting tape on the little parts so you could record over things, and then finding out
but we tried.
Yep.
When you found out you could do the same thing to VHS
10
too.
years older than you, so let's see what I can bring to the table. I remember black and white TV.
Okay.
There you go.
I
remember black and white TV. Not a lot of it, but there was still black and white reruns. Quite a lot of them where I grew up.
And then they started colorizing stuff, and I don't really like colorizing because they would colorize everything.
The Three
right
Stooges.
Here. They'd all like a color, and then they open their mouth, and it's like, oh, that looks so off.
It is like the Three Stooges. They colorize the Three Stooges, and it's not the same. It's not.
It's just leave it alone. Leave it black and white.
Yes.
Every Sunday morning there would be this Little Rascals, and then the Shirley Temple Theater, where they'd play a Shirley Temple movie, and then you had a couple of Little Rascal and the Lone Ranger, And
The rifleman.
yeah, you know, I remember that vaguely. That was, you know, when I was growing up. And then you don't see those shows anymore, and you never will, because they're all misogynistic, they're all prejudiced, they're
Yes.
all racist, you know, they're all
That was
not.
back in the days, though. I mean, before they even.
Hell,
Yeah, they reflect
yeah.
the period they were made in. Yeah.
Yeah, I decided to rewatch Sanford and Son just for the hell of it. I was in hysterics was the first episode, not over the jokes, but realizing, this would trigger people like there was no tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Archie Bunker.
Books.
Yes.
All in the Family.
Archie Bunker, Carol O'Connor, Jean
Yeah.
Stapleton was on. You know, she was actually the housekeeper on Dennis the Menace for Mr. Wilson. That was Jean Stapleton.
Was she?
She was like,
I liked her.
I will clean the house. You get away from here. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But that was before, of course, that was 1950s, 59. Jay North, actually, I got to meet Jay North a while back, the original Dennis the Menace, and he was talking like saying, you know what, they didn't care about his kids on these shows at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
It was all about the adults.
Yep. Even though it was Dennis the Menace and he was the, you know, it didn't matter. Like Shirley Temple, like she was taken advantage of.
It was.
You
What's
know,
his name?
like
it's sad.
There was another one that ended up taking his parents to court.
He
had that disease where his body wouldn't really grow or whatever.
Oh, that looks yummy.
Oh yeah, that looks good. What was his
that
name?
looks good.
See,
Just
I
add a
got
little
your
hot-
attention with food. I knew I'd get your attention with food.
Just add a little hot sauce.
Oh, that's
All I did put in here is cheese and pepperoni.
Ooh. I love Hormel pepperoni on grilled cheese sandwiches. I used to make those until I told myself, I gotta kind of cut back on this cholesterol. It's not easy.
What was it? I got into a conversation with somebody. We were talking about bologna, and we started realizing we both liked fried bologna.
Me
Everybody
too.
likes fried bologna. If
I
you're,
love
in the South,
Newfie steak.
if you're in the
That's what
Southwest,
we call fried bologna Newfie steak.
It's all bologna.
no, all of us poor people, like I've had like poor times in our lives. We love just I don't like rich foods. I don't like escargot and stuff like that. I don't like it.
Either.
There's a cookbook I want to find. It's the Great Depression cookbook, which is basically what they were cooking back
the
then.
best foods are the foods that were made in the Depression times.
Yeah, I would like to find that cookbook and just maybe try some of those recipes out.
Mm-hmm.
I like goulash for some reason. My grandmother used to make.
Yeah, goulash was a real Canadian. I think a lot of Canadians made a goulash.
My mom made beef stroganoff.
Ooh.
I loved it. Loved it.
Not even as a
Homemade,
kid.
right? I don't know, but like my family was made homemade with like real egg noodles, homemade.
Yes.
I love
mine didn't cook much.
a good homemade meal is so awesome.
It is.
Yeah, I made waffles for supper tonight.
Oh, that
the-
sounds so good.
Breakfast for dinner. I found people who find that strange to have breakfast for dinner. It's like
I eat breakfast
good.
for dinner. I love pancakes.
I like to eat
waffles
food. I like to eat food in the wrong times.
I do
But
too.
for the record, waffles are better than pancakes. You get all those little pockets. It's more of that sauce and stuff in.
I agree with you with that one.
I will always be a waffle guy.
I like waffles too. I was really surprised.
I found green ones. Green waffles.
Belgian waffles. Belgian. I can't remember the.
Belgian waffles.
But somebody's making them, and they put like different things, like green apple. So what colors does the waffle got to be? Green.
Oh, they're called Kodiak waffles. Kodiak or something, a different brand. I saw those at Walmart.
That's where I saw them.
They look good though, but do they taste like Eggo or
I tempted to buy them, but last time I bought something that was really different was those Cheetos mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for kids. That's for kids. I'm never doing that again.
I know. I tried
Yeah,
those.
that just doesn't sound good.
It's
They're
not.
not. I promise.
It's
No.
for kids. You take one taste, you realize kids would like this, adults won't.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I'm more to like homemade lasagna. You know, homemade lasagna, and
Yeah.
I love beef stroganoff. I was like my grandmother would make that. She got dementia really bad, and she forgot to season things. I just
Yeah.
had to like bite my tongue and say, "Don't say anything." You know, it's
Yeah.
not her fault, and
Yeah, I
it
know.
was hard.
I know. My dad had it before he passed away in 2011. So to me, dementia is like
I'm sorry about that.
I see what it does to a human being. Anybody that has had a loved one who goes through that, my heart goes to them because to see what it can
My
do.
dad
My
has
grandma died from it. She
It's
had.
it's a
Yeah, my
horrible.
kid's great grandma too. Like Nanny,
Yeah.
the one I call Nanny, she was born in June. She died at 32.
It's horrible to see a person go through it, and
It
like I said,
is.
I've had people who I haven't liked, but they've been married to somebody, whatever. Like my grandfather's wife, I didn't like her, and then when I found out my grandfather had it and she stayed by his side, she earned a whole bunch of points with me.
Yeah.
She became one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
It's just hard to see anyone like just staring straight in the distance, not even knowing who you are, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I miss my
Been there.
grandmother.
Done that.
Yeah, I hope that my mom keeps her mind. You know, my mom's mind was totally fine, but she was so ill this week. So it really took a lot out of me, just like thinking about her and being there at that time, and also how, just thinking about her. Like I wasn't there very long,
Yes.
but just worrying about it. It took a lot out of me, and I had to come home to really just be by myself.
Mhm.
Even in my prayers every day, I promise.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing something that's making me feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Good.
I love clay. I even tried doing the FEMA clay at Michael's. That clay is hard to work with, but it actually helps the muscles of the hand pretty much
Well, you
squeezing.
got to find all the little tools that will help you
Yeah.
to create what you're doing.
I got told there's these little. You can find these balls. I used to find them at Dollar Tree, like almost like
Yes,
Nerf balls. And they told me to get one of these and just do.
Mhm.
And the
Yes.
first time I did, because it's had hand strength,
Oh, yeah.
my hand was hurting. That told me how bad my hands were. But yeah, you just get these and just do a few of these. It's good for the
Yeah,
hands.
stress-
Oh yeah, the stress balls, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, these are the little cartoon balls, almost like Nerf balls.
I know,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're-
Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah.
Well,
I have a
they
little
are.
stress ball that I use, and it exercises the hand.
Yeah, because
Playing
the
drums,
doctor,
playing drums,
yeah, because the
28
doctor was like doing a test, and he's like, squeeze my hands, and he's like, he knows how weak my hands were. He's like, yeah, this is what you should do.
Mine is weak too because I played drums 28 years. I never really took the chance to think about my nerves reacting
Well,
to all the.
I credit years of this
I remember those.
doing that, and plus they think I might have arthritis or something because my hands do.
Oh,
I have carpal.
arthritis. It's.
I have carpal tunnel.
I had was I was I was I did that one time so many times
Ow.
my hand hurt.
Okay.
Like I remember one time I was happening to move a table and all of a sudden my finger did one of these.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
my knee
uh-oh.
did one of those today going down the stairs. I was like almost missed a step because my knee went.
Ooh.
Oh, my sister. I know.
It's like, yeah, it's our bones they get weaker when we get older, and I've started
Yes,
taking
they do.
bone stuff. I've started taking the vitamin for bones.
And I don't drink enough milk either because I'm a little bit lactose intolerant.
Mm.
And to find out from my doctor that I could get vitamin D supplement, the thing is you don't get all the features that milk really has.
That's what I'm taking right now, vitamin D3. Yeah. My son actually got, I think he was already taking it, so he showed it to me, and I just put it back in the cupboard so everybody can take it,
It's something called Nature's something. I got
Nature's
it from Walmart.
Bounty.
Mhm.
Yeah. I take their vitamins, their gummies, their multivitamin, multi-mineral gummies for women. I take their vitamin. Because I think everybody should take a multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement these
Unless
days.
you're okay, I said unless because most nobody is doing this. Okay, unless you're eating exactly what your body is required every day, like by food, which nobody is.
No, even then I would do it nowadays because we're bombarded by so much radiation and
Yeah.
freons and shit going through us that I
know,
think
but
everybody
agree with
could use it
all
now.
that, but can we trust all the nutrition companies? Can we trust them to make?
I don't.
No,
No.
So that's why I say food is always the best thing, even if it is like you're juicing. You know, if you're not getting enough vitamin C or whatever, juice.
Yes.
Hmm?
I was
And that's
always
what I
told
want. I
that-
want a juicer. I want to be able to juice. So because I like to drink things. So for me, my food, if it was in a liquid form, it would be better.
Have you seen those personal shake things machines?
Mhm.
No,
I always
They're
shake.
just no, there's just a little thing, and you just put everything, like your yogurt and your fruits and stuff in there, and then boom, it shakes it all up for you. It's like a little blender and makes your shake.
It's like it's like a NutriBullet kind of blender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I have the NutriBullet, so
oh, the
My
bullet.
mom-
I had the bullet, but it kind of gave up because the bullet is actually not the best. I wouldn't promote it because it's not.
oh no, it's not the best, but until it dies, I have one.
Yeah,
like
I did have a bullet. I
$19.
never bought it new, but I've had people that have bought their bullet new, and they say the same thing as me with my used one. So
I like
it just
the
dies.
Ninja.
Blender works fine. Anything that the bullet does, the blender does. So I just need a juicer that takes out the skin and the pulp and stuff.
I couldn't find my headphones. Sorry if I talk over anyone. I apologize. I
You know,
hard
we
of
all
hearing.
do it a little bit.
Yeah.
My
It's
favorite.
on my channel we can jump into conversations, and that's how if somebody has something to say, the other person can stop a second, just to see what the other person, because it's part of where you're talking about. It's not something different.
Exactly. I'm just hard of hearing. My left ear is like I have
My left ear too. Sorry. See,
it's,
you say something and I resonate with it, and I'm have to repeat. I have to respond. Sorry, but yeah.
What do you have in your left ear?
I have fluid and I get like really dizzy, like a vertigo feeling some nights. I wake up, I have to throw up. If I don't, I will not. It's weird that
Wow.
I don't mean to. It's just I get to the point. I get motion sickness feeling.
Oh yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
called tinnitus, and it's like a ringing.
Yep.
And my
Oh.
doctor
I
said,
have Meniere's disease. I'm deaf in both ears. Well, I'm losing my hearing in both ears. I'm supposed to be wearing hearing aids, but they're by my bed, and I'm too lazy to go put them in.
My left ear is always have dry stuff. Like I always picking at it. Like I'm always
Mine
picking
too.
up dry stuff out of there, and I feel like that's why I can't hear. So I don't know. I have to get my doctor to check it out.
I am too. My sister. It's weird. Like it feels like it's stopped up, like with a Q-tip or something in my ear, and there's nothing in there.
Yeah, that's how mine feels. Like
And when I wake up, sometimes I just feel like everything's spinning. It's really, really weird. Then if I just don't think about it, I'm okay. If I think about everything spinning, it's gonna spin.
mind over
yeah.
matter, right?
Yeah.
We've all learned that mind over matter.
I get
If we already are not feeling something, then we just have to tell ourselves, "Oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. It'll be
yeah.
fine. It'll be fine." Well, if
I
that's
get my issue is I get the occasional ringing. Plus, also when I have to bend over and crouch, I have to get up really slow
Me too.
because otherwise it's just like
Vertigo.
it's just like, well, wait a minute.
you guys are making me feel better about my
Exactly,
back.
that's how I feel. I got to. That's a really cool hat. I love the hat, man.
Actually,
Thanks. Oh, that one. That one's cool too.
Sweet.
It's an army hat. Mine's
I
an
got
Native
this.
American.
I went to one of those things for veterans, and they had some old military clothes. I'm like, you got a hat in my size?
I love surplus places.
I need to find something to put here, something that's got Velcro. That would look cool.
My papa had one with like swords. Actually, I like cross swords. I don't know what that really means.
I know that one.
It was his father's.
I almost want to say that's Calvary, but I could be wrong.
Okay, you said you wanted to find the recipe from the depression. There's a lady.
I want to find the book.
Well, okay, but yeah, maybe that's how you can find the book because there's a lady. She's an older lady, and I think she was Italian, and she is the depression lady that her channel is called the cooking of the depression or something like that. I watch her.
Oh yes.
I watch her.
Cooking of depression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know what they had to
Clara.
do to survive, and back then I think it'd be interesting to.
Her name is Claire.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think stews come from? Stews and soups.
Exactly.
If you make a stew or a soup, you can put anything in there, and then you can get all your vitamins in one shot, and then you have your bread, which will soak up all that liquid.
Yeah.
So you got the meal.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of the depression foods is one pot meals.
Yes. Very easy, simple to make. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I always learn, if you don't like the food that you eat, don't eat it because people out there, don't have a lot.
Yeah.
There's
there will be somebody that will.
Yes.
There's a spaghetti I have had. It's just pasta, ketchup, and chopped up hot dogs.
That's called a poor man's
Yes.
Poor man's dinner.
pasta dinner.
Here's
And then you get your sliced bread and you put some butter on there and a little bit of garlic butter. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her.
She is so precious. I love her.
Yeah, she's an awesome lady.
I mean, she lived through the Depression era.
Yeah, she did really cook from that time, and she is from that time, so she has the good memory of it.
She does, and I mean, it was like 13 years ago, but the blessing is, I mean, she's always. I enjoy learning, like even from Julia Childs, like learning things, and she was actually a pastry cook. She never really did like a. Oh, I'm gonna teach everyone. Sorry, my voice.
Go
I
where?
love Julia Child.
I love Julia Childs. I mean, she was
I
like.
love the fact that she was a spy.
Well, this
I
lady
love
does
that.
depression cooking, lady.
Yeah. No, Julia Child was like CIA or something.
She was.
Nice.
She was.
No wonder I like
But
her.
I'm like,
She had
It
all
was
like
of
I'm talking.
her, when she had her dinner parties, she had all of these different people from the different sides of the war come
Yes.
and enjoy her food, and they talked to her, and she sent those secrets on to listening ears. So she
Yes.
wasn't really a spy, but she did transfer messages around. She did kind of send
Like a secret agent.
yeah.
I've watched her for
that's-
years. I have watched that lady for.
Johnny
Not a lot
Rivers.
of people know.
Sorry. Johnny Rivers. Secret agent, man.
Aries. I've made Aries, Gemini, Taurus,
Man.
Cancer. How are we going to stick these two little S's together?
Got crazy glue?
No, but no, not crazy glue. We won't need crazy glue. We'll just need this glue.
Okay.
Or this glue right here, Mod
Or
Podge.
that glue?
Mod Podge is expensive, though.
That's why I only got a little bottle of it. It's only to glaze. It's called glazing them. After you paint them, you glaze them.
Yes.
So they don't crumble because it's really mud. So if you don't seal it, it will just crumble. If it gets wet, it will just turn into mush.
It does. I never knew that dandelions are edible.
Yeah, and same
Yes,
with
they are.
the dandelion flower in the leaf.
They are a superfood.
Mm-hmm.
The dandelion greens are considered a superfood.
They had a little it looks like cotton actually on top of those they produce later on. The dandelion puffs are what are they called? It's not cotton. It's actually little seeds they produce to reproduce other ones.
Be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Puffs. I call them puff balls when they get to that stage.
My grandmother always said, "Don't blow those puffballs." It's like, why? I never knew. I mean,
Scattered
Yeah,
wishes.
those are wishes. I've made
Yes.
wishes like that.
so this really sweet lady actually did something called dandelion salad. It looks really good. I think her name is Claire. I'm the one that I think she's still with us. I don't know. I know in spirit, but it says 13 years ago that she did a lot of cooking videos.
Oh yeah, I've watched a lot of those ladies.
But what's
Well,
interesting,
Google.
every time a bee or bumblebee touches the flower, they pollinate them, makes them more tasty.
Yep. Hi, Ashley.
Hey Ashley. Yeah, if the link is right there. If anybody wants to come up, you can come up and talk with us
Yeah,
today.
come up, join the party.
Yeah, we're just
Ashley, how you
partying,
doing?
chatting, and making crafts and not making crafts, whatever. You guys can make crafts, not make crafts, whatever you feel like.
I was
I
gonna do
was
a little.
crocheting, but I don't really feel like crocheting, so I
I
put it
crocheted
away.
at my mom's when I was there a little bit. She wasn't doing it this time. I was doing it. And then I just
Here,
made
puppy.
I made 2 scrunchies and
Oh, you say,
I
"Where's
made
my
2
daddy?"
scrunchies and 2 scrunchies and started a dishcloth.
I do too. I can't. I drop. There I go again. I'm talking too fast.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, I could do like stick figures, but I cannot really honestly. I'm not an artist.
Well, I'm not. Well, you're never an artist until you try.
Exactly. And Owen Wilson's going to be Bob Ross at theaters.
No, he's not Bob Ross, but it looks like it. Because I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Is that a Bob Ross movie?" It's not. It's like but he looks like.
Probably his son.
No, he plays like an artist who gets some fame, and then someone new
Oh.
comes in and takes his fame away. But when I first saw the trailer, I started watching, like, oh, there's a
That's
Bob
not
Ross
Bob.
movie.
Yeah.
It's like at first it looks like because he looks and he acts like him, so it's like, oh, that's Bob Ross. And you keep watching, you see, no, it's not. But man,
He was inspired. I think he was like inspired by his drawing that this person.
yeah.
I mean, may have thought because the thing is, there's not going to be any other Bob Ross in the world.
Nope.
Well, there's his son, right?
People like to impersonate him.
Well, I mean, the closest, like his son does the art, does the painting now, right?
He does.
Oh,
I
was
watched
it?
a movie about him. It was sad because
I was just
they
hearing
used-
about somebody. Michael Jackson's one of his nephews. I forget his name, Jafar or something like that, and they were singing, and they're like, people are like, wait a minute, that sounds like Michael.
it does.
Bob Ross, you talking about?
No, Michael Jackson. He's got a nephew. He's one of Jermaine's boys, and if you listen to him,
How does that
It's
have to
like-
do with? We were talking about Bob Ross, so
well,
how
like
does that?
people,
You said they were related.
people who like are like a relative, like they can pass for them.
Oh, is that what you're
And
saying? Okay.
Yeah,
Not a
But I
fan of the Michael Jackson thing.
I mean, I like the classic Jackson 5 when they were little bitty.
oh
No
yeah.
judgment, but I'm not one that has any interest in him.
Yeah.
Me either.
The Jacksons were. I do like some of the old stuff.
I mean, I do watch the drummer. Actually that played for him. He says that he just pretty much now he plays on his own. What he feels. He doesn't
Yeah.
play like the old songs anymore. It's more him.
Yeah,
Moffat, something Moffat.
yeah. He's got. I've seen some videos up, and he talks about all that
He is
stuff.
fast.
Oh yeah.
He's a very, very serious drummer. Like me.
I will say that I like Michael Jackson's music because I do. I'm sorry. He's still the king of pop.
Anybody can
But
like him that wants to.
I
just
do not like everything, I don't
his
like
love,
the man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like his music. I don't like the
Agree.
man. And it's unfortunate that it all happened because I really liked his music. And now
His
every
father
time I listen to his music, it doesn't matter what song, it just reminds me, and I feel guilty about enjoying his music because like nobody likes him and nobody likes his music anymore, and it's like, oh, but I still like his music.
I mean, his father was not nice. That's the reason he hadn't really. I don't want to get into all the detail, but it was sad. It was.
It was. It was. And you know what? I know people don't know if he's really guilty or not. And, he took that to the grave. So all I can say is if he is guilty, I hope his victims come forward. If he's not guilty, then I hope it just goes away.
I agree.
But like I said, I can't listen to his music now without feeling guilty about liking his music.
I'm the same way.
Well, it's hard when you're for children and you're for the highest good of children, and then you hear those stories and you don't really know if it's what it is, if it's true or not, or if it's
Exactly.
and you can't we can't attack the victims, so
Nope.
so it's their story, and if it happened, it happened, and then why would they lie unless there was money involved, and
Yes.
and that was the whole, and well, you know what, the parents are just as much to blame if that all is true. The parents that allowed that brought their children there are the ones that
And left them there overnight, like.
and they left, and they did it for money, so that's the story that he paid them, so
They were celebrities.
so then the parents knew what they were doing, and the parents that brought their kids there, they need to go get punished for it.
Yes.
For putting their children in danger and sexual danger.
Child endangerment.
It is.
Does Ashley want to come up? You're coloring and painting? You're welcome to come up. I got the link right there. Let me post it again.
Sorry, I had the little one back behind me. I didn't set the blanket up right for her.
Oh.
She's
Set their blanket up right next time, Doc. Come on.
Well,
you have one job.
You put the wrong link.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
can you believe that we lost the last guitar player of Leonard Skinner just passed away?
The last original member.
Of what? What band?
Leonard Skinner. The last original
Leonard
member.
Skinner.
Yeah,
Gary.
the last original member.
What happened, actually? I don't really know what happened.
I don't know if the family ever has released a statement.
He never really looked very happy, though, honestly.
Cancers are not really easy, okay? Just going to say, the 2 6s are not easy. My car today showed the kilometers, odometer, whatever, when I turned it on, it said 1 6 6 6 6 6, whatever, a bunch of 6s. I was like, what the heck? Bunch of 6s on my ass. Get out of here.
That's not good.
I don't want all the 6s. Let there be a 7. 7 is after 6.
His family hasn't revealed his cause of death. He was 71.
He was still young. Yeah. I mean, it's Gary.
Yeah, my friend that passed away, I never heard when there was never heard if there was a celebration of life or nothing. So I was nobody to their family, even though that I was something to him.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about having friends, is that family, don't know your friendship.
Yeah.
And we had a spiritual friendship in him. And whoever wants to make fun of me or say stuff that I was like a sugar baby, they can go fuck themselves.
I would never do that to you, I promise, or anyone.
No, but I'm saying, like, the people in my real life, like, that are sitting there, especially also if the people that had the opportunity to talk to me and they didn't, and the person knows who they are because I sent them a message and they didn't even check their damn message, which was his daughter.
See, I always learned from my papa growing up, always doing to others as you have them do unto you.
Yeah.
I met his daughter.
Yes.
So, I had dinner with her and her dad.
I gotta check my messages.
I wasn't I didn't invite myself. Like, I went to visit him, and it happened to be, I guess, Father's Day. But my father's been gone for so long that, to me, I don't really think about Father's Day.
Yeah.
I won't celebrate it.
Either.
And I ended up at his boat with him that day. And he didn't even realize that his daughter was coming to see him because he didn't realize about Father's Day either. So she showed up, and,
You're right,
and,
Jack. It sounds like my mom's dog is acting up.
and I was there, so I was invited for dinner at that restaurant, and I got my dinner was paid for. But ever since then, I've been treated like shit by his daughter, So
Mhm.
Is your mom's puppy dog okay?
well, at least I got one ride on the Camino, on the El Camino. I got one ride in it, and I have a video of it. It was in the dark, but it was a full moon then too, and I got one ride, and we were driving, and he had his doggy, and
That
I
was
won't
so
see her
precious. I
anymore.
love
I
her.
won't see Patty anymore. Patty was his dog, and the chocolate lab that absolutely loved me.
I
won't see
love that
the dog
video. It's
anymore
really
now.
beautiful.
I'm sure it went to a good place, but
I'm sorry about that. I really am. I mean, every day's precious. It is. I need to cherish.
yeah, like he's a friend of mine, and and we were real with each other. Like, if he said something that hurt me, my feelings, I would let him know he hurt my feelings. We would deal with it, and then we were good.
Yes. But I am sorry about that. I am.
Because one day, and I know he wouldn't want me to grieve over him, so I'm not going to, because he told me one day, well, and that really hurt my feelings. He told me, I was talking about my brother, and he's like, he's gone. Forget about it. It's gone. He's gone. He's dead. He's gone. And that really pissed me off. Like, I really upset about that. And then I told him I was really upset about that. That really hurt my feelings. Then he opened up to me about his brother being gone too, and and he does understand. Then why say that then?
It's always better to think before we speak. It is. And sometimes I don't, and I look at myself and why didn't I sorry, can't talk. I'm sorry. I watched the horse. Why didn't I think about that before I said anything?
Yeah, we do that sometimes. I'm sure I've
Yeah.
said, we all trigger each other. And like I triggered my brother last night, and I don't know exactly what word triggered him, but it ended up no good after that. It was like a big storm that just had to go. Had to let it go through.
Yeah. Whoa, what the hell? Yeah, I got an older brother, and
Beautiful.
I'm not talking now because he has to clean
I
his
like
act
that
up
one too.
before I talk.
Didn't turn out too bad.
It's beautiful.
No.
Can you ask her if Foreman, aka Kenny Oaks, in Michigan yet? I'm not sure. Kenny has not talked to me today. I'm not sure where he is.
He
But I
got
did
to go to Buc-ee's.
channel last night. I was finally catching up with Kenny because he's been really busy too. He's had a lot of changes going on in his life.
He got to go to Buc-ee's, and I was on briefly because I had to get like to bed. I've been so tired, and I love Buc-ee's. I just think everything's expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like
It's bad.
Jinx. We both
Like
said
a
it.
4 liter of milk here is like $8.
I know it's almost hard to live anymore. It's almost hard to be able to afford anything.
Yeah.
Like we travel an hour to Regina for cheaper groceries.
Oh,
And I don't know if it's even worth it because what we save in groceries, we end up paying in gas,
exactly.
right? So, but
There was a place here that decided for the grand opening to offer the gas less than everybody else. They didn't last a day before they had to shut those pumps down because they were all out. Everybody went there. Oh.
And the
when there
bad
is
part
a place that is cheaper gas, it doesn't stay. It doesn't last.
it doesn't, like, when are they going to get another truck to bring the gas in? Is another question.
I mean, hey, grand opening, gas is cheaper than everybody else. Sorry, grand opening, gas is out.
yeah.
We'd love to see you, Ashley. Come on up and see us.
Yeah, come on up. Don't be shy.
You said they had surgery
I hope
today.
you feel better, Ashley.
I do too. You're in my prayers.
I would come up. I had surgery today. Oh, I hope you heal fast
Yes.
and positive energy towards you.
Me too.
Yep.
Ashley, I
Tons
always
of
remember
energy and
peace and
healing
love
light.
always.
Heck, am I stepping on?
But what I was
You're
going to
in
say,
Leo now.
I Echo, I forget your name. I'm sorry, my mind just
It's okay. It's okay, man.
So
Patrick.
better go back to Queen. When Mike Myers was trying to sing Bohemian Rhapsody, he did not even know that song at all.
Same here.
show.
I hadn't heard it, and then all of a sudden I watched that. That was the first Wayne Worlds movie. Not gonna lie, some of us might have been in the car trying to recreate that scene, right down to the banging.
I remember Meatloaf was on there.
I will never headbang again because my brother was a headbanger. Because I'm not a metalhead. I'm a headbanger. Retired headbanger because that hurts. When you're younger, you can do this. When you get older, it's like, oh.
Yeah, Brother Headbanger before you was part
I
of
don't
the
headbang, but I know how.
group
I
that
was
started
around
it, I
that.
guess.
I would get dizzy if I did that.
My brother used to do it, so he was like, when he decided I should be a headbanger because he started playing all the music, I started doing it. And then as I got older and older, I'm 44 now, it's just like, I can't do it. It hurts too much to even try.
Yeah, I listened
41
to
is-
Helix. I listened to all sorts of Brighton Rock.
He
Helix.
was all like Motorhead, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, Skid Row, and those guys. And
Yeah.
he'd be like, here,
Def
listen to
Leppard.
this. He gave me a mixtape and it had Motorhead, Ace of Spade on it.
That's an
I was
old
hooked.
one.
I was hooked the moment I heard that song.
Mhm.
So if I had to guess my favorite metal band, it's hard rock or whatever, it's Motorhead.
Oh yes.
They hooked me, hooked, line, and sinker.
His name was Lemmy. Lemmy, right? Lemmy.
Yeah, let me kill Meister.
It's sad that he passed away, but his legacy will be with
Radio
us.
Star. Who was that saying that?
What?
Radio Star.
Video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
That would be the Bungles. But the Bungles.
Video killed the radio. I like that song.
I don't know all the words right now. Okay.
Hey, 80s. There's a reason why I like the 80s. Great movies, great music. Love the music of the 80s. Not just the metal.
Video killed
all
the
of
radio
it.
star. Trying to see who did this. Oh my goodness
Yeah,
gracious!
I like the 90s because that's when I partied.
The Bungles.
That's when I partied too, and I remember the first half of it. A little fuzzy in that second half.
I
Yeah,
remember
the
the
first
song,
half I don't remember. And then the second half I got my shit together. But
The
But
B-50.
Ace of Base. What about, we're
Ace
talking
of
about music, so Ace of Base.
Yeah.
Love Shack.
Oh, the
see the
Love
sign
Shack, baby.
And
Oh,
opened up
yes.
my eyes.
You know
I
the
see
lady on there was a
sign.
producer.
They
of the
did
whole band.
one of them did a duet with REM.
Oh,
Sunny, happy people.
Oh, really?
And I was so used to them, like, I did not heard like anything like that before from REM.
once
and
there
then-
was a. Oh, okay.
Oh yes, that guy's voice. Once there was.
I should get all my magician guys out, like all my magician guys. You know, you got Will, you got like some other people that are
But
into music.
you know that
too.
song has the easiest to do chorus. It's like,
Remember Weird Al Yankovic did a copy of that song.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
there was a teacher.
what was it? Someone said, "You haven't made it until Al does one of your songs."
That guy's
Except
hilarious.
Prince wouldn't let him. Would not let him do any of his songs.
He's a Christian. I mean, he's
Yeah.
Church of Christ, I believe. His family.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
I
but
thought he
everyone
was
else,
Jewish.
Al.
Yeah,
We're-
I
we're-
thought he was Jewish.
I think he is. I
I think he's Jewish.
You know what? I think that's.
Yankovic.
Yes. That is that's kind of a Czechoslovakian Jewish little bit.
I used to work with a girl that was Czechoslovakian, and I used to date a guy. His name was Johnny Horvats.
There was a story about him where he was getting ready to do a concert.
What, Johnny Horvat?
No, Al, when they broke,
His
he
mom
got
and dad.
told what, carbon monoxide poison or something.
They forgot to close the chimney chute, and for some reason they forgot to close it, and they died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
I think
Oh,
he went out there and he did the show. That had to be hard.
Who was
Never
that
gave up.
died?
Weird Al's parents. He was on
Oh,
tour.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah,
He got a
but
call
man,
during a concert.
yeah, his
no.
his music, fat, just eat it like a surgeon.
Just beat it. He did
But
that
every-
one?
Just eat.
What
Just
about
eat.
Donald
Shampoo
Gangsta
Bottle?
Rap?
That's his worst one. Or no, that wasn't him. Was that Weird Al that
It
did Shampoo
it was a-
Bottle? That really nasty song?
Oh, Jeannie,
No.
he recopied it.
Oh, it's called Medium Pace. That's what it's called. At Medium Pace.
That's Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but also Weird Al did it too, right?
No, Al's music was a bit more cleaner than.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Sandler is funny. I mean, I would like to meet him.
When you get a chance, watch UHF. I think it's free on YouTube. Actually,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Oh, that movie is awesome.
That was the first movie he was ever in. Full length.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that little dwarf on there was actually, I think he was original Munchkin from
could have been.
I think he was from Wizard of Oz. I don't know.
And then of course they did that biography movie on Al, and it's so perfect that it's a parody of biography because it fits him.
He played that accordion just amazingly. And how about All for Nothing? The song All for Nothing, like he did a different version of Beverly Hillbillies.
He did. Yeah, he did. The one song about about a long time ago.
Oh, Don McLean version of
time ago.
But he's talking about Star Wars.
And guess who I got
Jurassic
to
Park
meet? About
one.
that? I got to meet Sonny Curtis, Buddy Holly's original writer and guitar player for the 1950s. Someone said, "Who's Sonny Curtis?" Well, without him, Buddy Holly would not have a backup guitar player in the band.
I've heard the name before.
He wrote the song I broke rocks in the hot sun. I
fought the law in the long. I would. They used to do movie in a park here, and they brought it back for one day. It was.
Can you guys see that?
I love it.
That's the Leo one.
This is beautiful.
It's upside down. Sorry.
So Bobby Fuller took that song over. Bobby Fuller, Bobby Fuller 4, I think it was 4 or 5. Very sadly, he did take his life, and I don't know what it was, but he took that song for himself, and evidently Sonny Curtis said, I wrote that song originally before even Bobby Fuller took that song for himself. It's sad.
If you've never experienced like one of those movies in a park outdoors, those are so fun.
I love those. We have it back there in our park. They set up a big screen out there, and
The ball.
It's really an enjoyable thing. Sit there and
Okay, my coffee's ready. I'll be right back.
just watch
by,
them.
as I walk along, I wonder what went wrong.
See, when I was growing up, my dad listened to it. Whoever was driving got to pick the music. So my dad listened to a lot of the old country, Kenny Rogers, Willie Nelson, Hank Sr., Hank Jr. A lot of those guys. My mom listened to like the oldies, so I got to hear a lot of that stuff. And to this day, that's where my love for country and the old stuff comes from, because that's what I grew up on.
I love The Gambler because the words of this song is true. It is. You can either go the wrong way or do the right thing.
I always liked the coward of the county.
Mm-hmm.
The end when they were making fun of him, it's like he just.
I loved all his
Adored.
movies. I had a big
Now-
crush on Kenny Rogers when I was younger.
Pre creepy plastic surgery, or post
Yeah,
creepy plastic surgery.
of course, yeah.
I got a
With
little
original
trivia.
face still.
Yeah,
The song that Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers sang, "Island in the Stream,"
yeah.
who wrote that song originally?
Good song. But no, I liked him. And then when I
Maurice Gibb,
saw
Bee
when I
Gees.
saw that plastic, whatever it was he got done to his face, it was just like, that's not Kitty. That's not Kitty. Make the bad man go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
So the song "Island in the Stream" actually that was written by the Bee Gees originally, before
Oh,
even
yeah.
Dolly Parton took it over.
Oh.
I have one issue with the Bee Gees. Whenever I've gone to a karaoke bar, a place, somebody's got to cover through the Bee Gees, and they got to try and fail to do that high pitched. I've
Oh
never
my
seen
gosh.
anybody succeed.
Why not
First
think of
time-
those days?
The first time I ever saw it, I was with a friend, and we were getting, at a bar getting drunk, and all of a sudden he started walking up to me singing in it, and you just saw me like moving away, like, get away.
The high
You're
part is
creeping
not
me out.
easy. Oh,
Ooh. To get that pitch.
I can't do it right now, but I would be able to. It's more like when I think of lonely days, I think of lonely nights. Get back to you, girl. When I
It's like-
listen to you, big brown eyes.
In the 80s, we had all these high pitched rock screamers.
Leo
You know they're
Sayer.
probably trying to copy the Bee Gees.
We got Leo Sayer. Did that song. Leo Sayer. Gotta keep on dancing that away.
Yeah,
Dancing. I can't do it.
yeah. Keep on dancing. I can't remember the song. I remember the song.
We got Lou Christie that Frankie Valli took that song over. Lightning Strikes Again. He was that falsetto voice. Lightning strikes me again and again and again. It's interesting though. Frankie Valli, he still has that high part. A little bit.
Wow.
He's
I
like
know
in
I've
his
seen
80s.
some of these 80s metal or rock singers, they can't do it anymore. I saw Axel. There wasn't the Axel can't do. I watched Vince Neil. Not only can't do one of them, either him or Axel. They kept having to stop to gasp for air. I think it was Axel. He's like, "Welcome to the jungle. We got fun." It's like,
I
dude,
know.
stop. If you have to keep gasping for air between verses,
That's not
stop.
good.
Yeah,
That means
no,
you're not
it's
getting
not.
oxygen to the brain.
Mm.
And then when you see Vince Neil, it's just like, wow. I think Vince ate Vince. I'm sorry, it's what he looks like.
It is. That's interesting
And
though.
when
Like, there's so many bands that I never really heard of that. Like that's who wrote that song. My dad was telling me there's a group called People. Just People, and they did some songs from the '60s. They were actually a Christian band from the '60s.
No, that's why I've never heard of them.
They copied like some Beatles songs. They were kind of a cover group in the '60s, and the Standells were on the Munsters. Standells.
Okay.
They did that
I've
song
heard
"Dirty
them.
Water." Ding, ding, ding.
You get it? Do you get it, Will? 60s and religion. That's when the religion was kind of like a little bit probably panicky because of all the hippies.
Yes. It was just kind of out there a little bit. It was, but Jerry Garcia, of all people, he actually was an artist. He loved kids. He would draw pictures and actually give them to everyone. And he was an artist. He was not just a singer. Jerry Garcia was a painter, professional painter. Fred Gwynn, Herman Monster, he was also an artist.
Oh.
Besides
Most singers are also artists of other things
Yes,
because they're most artists are artists of whatever.
they
They
are.
Yeah.
can pretty much put their mind on anything that they're doing.
Garcia
haven't-
loved teddy bears.
I haven't seen the new Monsters movie. Probably won't because I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie. I don't like his
Either.
stuff.
I saw that.
But
movie.
I do like I've seen a little bit of the original Monsters, and
Yeah.
I think some of the other the other stuff they did where they had the different stuff. But the original Herman, I love.
He cannot beat the original. He was always Fred Gwynn. He was my favorite. But when it came to the new, I saw the new one a little bit. I got to be honest. I don't hate it. It's just not. It's not the Munsters.
And I know people like Rob. I used to be a fan of Rob Zombie when I was a teen, watching his movies, and even listen to some of his later music.
I like
No.
Rob Zombie's music and White Zombie. I
Me too.
actually used their music a lot when I was being a entertainer.
But
Hey, Siri,
like,
how old is Rob Zombie? 58.
Ooh.
but here's a fun fact about Rob. He was a production assistant on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I did not know that.
Someone was doing a quiz night, and they're like, "We can get this movie. You can win this movie. What show did he work on?" And all of a sudden, I'm like, "Ooh, ooh, 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 Pee-wee's Playhouse." They're like, "Yeah," and everyone's like, "What?" Yeah,
That was Rob Zombie.
he was on a production.
I'm getting
assistant.
chills.
I mean, you'd be surprised who worked on that show. Lawrence Fishbone.
I'm making the Virgo sign right now.
Oh, I can hear the.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, well, I love. I'm a. Sorry, I take my night meds. A little bit tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're the Virgo.
Mhm.
That's what you meant to say?
Echo, we lost you.
Echo gone? Oh. He must have Here he
My
is back.
net-
You're
my-
back.
I have had net issues. I lost net the other day, and it's kind of still from time to time is acting up.
I
You
wonder.
know, you could take my name off the screen, though. That highlighted chat.
I wonder
where
if
is it?
Paul Rubens would ever do another like a comeback for Pee-wee's Playhouse. That'd be really cool.
That would be nice.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
He was
I
funny.
mean,
That's better.
it was a love. I remember when that was out, and I knew kids who were stark raving
I know you're
crazy
one of
over
mine.
him.
To infinity.
But my favorite work from him is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh,
Buffy's
love it.
awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
he was in the movie. He has the best scene in the movie.
Paul
When
Rubens, yes.
when he gets staked at the end, and the bad guy's trying to give the big monologue, and you hear this. He's all dramatic and
That
kicking
was
the
his Pee Wee
wall.
Herman voice.
I think I
Buffy's
like
like
the way Rutger Hauer died at the end.
Mhm.
He was the main. He was the king vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Ah. Oh.
And if you I remember, if you watch the credits or something, it still
Oh.
shows him doing that, which is what makes that so hysterical.
Remember the Lost Boys? Who was the head vampire with the spiked hair? His father was a professional
Keitha,
actor.
that was Keitha Sutherland.
No,
He's in
Kiefer
60s.
Sutherland was not the head vampire. He was just the group.
Oh.
He was. I guess
thought
he was the top of the pack, but
Yeah.
the head vampire was the one who was trying to date the mom.
Oh yes, he had dark
Yeah.
hair. What was his name?
I don't know, because he looked kind of dweebish, so it was a surprise.
Yeah.
It was kind of a funny vampire show. A little bit. It was kind of funny. Corey Feldman was hilarious.
Oh, I love that movie, The Lost Boys. I could watch that over and over and over and over.
And I love the Goonies. You know, the one that played My Name is Maud. That lady actually.
Yeah, I'm not wanted for the Goonies, but my kids liked it, so.
It was kind of. It was little.
I was too old for it when it came out, so it was just. I was interested in other things by then. By the
Truffle
time it
Shuffle.
came out.
It was Edward Human
Mhm.
who played him.
And they were gonna make like another Goonie, just like it won't be the same without what's her
Corey
name?
Haim, Corey Feldman.
And the one that played Throw 'Em Off the Train. I loved her. She actually had cancer, so part of her tongue had to have surgery, and that's why she talked like that.
Oh yeah.
That little old lady. She
What's her
was
name?
huge. I was just talking about her because she was in a whole bunch of stuff.
She was in
right
the Navy
before she-
too.
Yeah, right before she died. It's like she exploded, and then she did
It was
like
funny.
Goonies, Throw Mama from the Train. Deadly Friend, my favorite Wes Craven movie. It's not Nightmare on Elm Street. It's that. Best known for having a basketball thrown at her head and her head exploding. But the thing
Yes.
is, she could kind of do like the little mean, grumpy old lady thing way too good.
Yeah.
I think as a kid, if I met her, I probably would have ran away crying, thinking, because she could have been a sweetheart.
They're like, hey, we're gonna get those boys. Come on now.
Yeah, but like I said, she was probably a sweetheart, but I'm so used to that
She was.
nasty, grumpy old lady. If I had met her as a kid, I'd be running away crying, screaming,
I got a friend
"That's
that
a
actually
mean
met her,
lady!"
Her name was it's gonna drive me crazy now.
Oh man, I just did this one.
She was in
too.
the Navy, really in the Navy actually. That's where she got her she was really like Pam Ferris. Pam Ferris from Miss Trunchbull. She's a very sweet lady in real life. Like, you bothersome brats. Yeah, that lady. Matilda.
Oh, that Matilda.
Yeah.
Oh, the old lady in Matilda. She was mean.
I love Pam Ferris. She actually raises money to help patients in England. She was on Midwives. That was her. That was called The Midwives. She was the one that passed away on there. Pam Ferris.
That's funny how like they put like was she portrayed as the parent on there on
Yes.
Oh my god.
She
Because
rode the
that's like
bicycle.
something that's like, that she was a bad character.
Her name is Anne
Trunchbull.
Ramsey. That was her name.
Anne Ramsey, yes.
Was she related to Gordon Ramsay?
I want
Was she related to Gordon Ramsay?
I wonder.
No, because she was been around for a long, long time. She acted from 71 to 89.
She was also in the Navy originally. I think the Navy, or was the Navy? She was a Navy SEAL.
Oh yeah.
She was a tough cookie, as I would say. But the part that had the beginning of the Goonies when they saw the fire around the courthouse, that was a real courthouse. I mean, jailhouse. They did the movie on.
Somebody made a replica of that car, the police cruiser, with fake bullet holes. However, they have had a problem. That house that's there, they've had to put signs up saying, please, be quiet or don't come up in there at certain hours.
Oh, I saw that, yes.
And people still do that. And they'll be like, the families who lives in there just want to sit there and relax, and we're all kind of ruckus.
There.
But then, the few other famous locations, because there's YouTube channels that are dedicated to that.
The little Chinese boy was also on. He was the one that was on Indiana Jones. What's his name?
Yeah, didn't he just win an Oscar or something?
Yes.
He's funny.
I like the Indiana Jones. You cheat! You cheat!
That was him. That was the same.
Or Chop.
And then in Goonies it was a booby trap. Booty trap? Booty trap. It's booby trap. I said it.
He was hilarious. I love all the gadgets that he had. Like his wristwatch was like a. It was interesting.
There was a glove. Wasn't there like chopping teeth that ended up giving somebody in a rather. I remember when they're trying to cross the log and he squirts out oil, and the one guy groins himself, and then it's like, "Let me go help you." And the both like they're like, "Mom." She's probably thinking they're like, "Oh God."
You remember the beginning part where they were eating pizza and that's my mom's prize statue. What in the world did you do to it?
When they found out why they call him, that one kid, why they call him Mouth, and towards the end, kept pulling and pulling and pulling. They're like, she's all like, "Oh my God." It's like,
I didn't want to say the statue, of course, because we're on. I don't want to say it on YouTube, but that one scene was so hilarious.
Really, there's a reason why I have it on VHS, because it's a fun watch.
It's a classic. I mean, of course, I love. I saw the new took place in Canada, the Christmas Story, and
the sequel.
It was funny.
We have a store in our town that's like Christmas. It's a Christmas store. It's like open all year long.
There is here in Washington State. There's a town called Leavenworth, I believe. During wintertime, it looks wow. Like
Beautiful.
the North Pole got these mountains and all the snow and all the lights. But I want to go there because apparently sometimes they do a Krampus event.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to see, but mainly I want because they have a YouTube channel and they would live stream just showing you the town, and it's so beautiful around Christmas time. It's
Yes.
like looking at the North Pole.
It's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
This is in Washington. Yes. They
Definitely
really
worth-
go out of their way. I mean, just
Washington, D.C.?
no state.
Oh, Washington State.
And it's like the first time I saw it, because they were talking about something about it, I saw it. It blew my mind how just stunning it was.
Johnny Appleseed. Someone said, "Who's Johnny Appleseed?" He was a real person, Johnny Appleseed,
mhm.
from Washington, of course. The apple trees, beautiful apple trees, and
Oh yeah, we like our apples, but we have one crop here.
yes,
Hops. We sell more, and not only do we sell more in Washington State than anywhere in the U.S. I live in Yakima Valley. That's the main place in the U.S. that sells them, that grows them. And if anyone has smelt them,
yeah, bitter.
I remember we had to take some to one of my uncles. I put it in a bag, inside a bag, inside a bag, inside a container, inside another container. Like, we got to be this for 3 hours in the car. I do not
Actually,
want to smell
I made the Scorpio, but I was trying to do the Virgo. The Virgo and Scorpio is very same, almost.
It's beautiful. I love
Well,
it.
the Virgo has like a little tail, which the Scorpio just has a little thing going up, and then the Virgo has the thing going. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I have Tourette syndrome for some reason. Sometimes I do that a lot.
See how the Virgo is almost the same as the Scorpio?
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see it.
See,
Very
I tried to
close.
do the Virgo, and
It only
ended
looks
up
like that
doing-
one. There's like one little part of the
Yes.
Virgo that's different from the Scorpio. That one little part.
So that little tail there with the Scorpio, with the Virgo, I mean, has that
Looks
little
like a
tail
little
there.
fish, a little bit.
It kind of looks like the breast cancer little bow. But yeah, and then there's the Virgo. I mean, there's the Scorpio. That's the one I just did.
Echo, you won't believe it. Speaking of rockers, 2008, I got to meet Frank Beard
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
on the
Ooh,
airplane.
I'd say that's a good representation of.
And I see Beatles all over your other shoulder.
Yeah, these are going to go on to.
Oh, I see a vinyl.
And
I'm
that's,
making card holders for every sign. So when I'm doing a reading, if I'm doing, let's say, what are you, Trish? You're Capricorn. Let's say I'm
Yeah.
doing Capricorn, I will have the little thing that holds the sign of the angel card that is for you.
Oh,
So
cool.
every sign gets their own little card holder.
Nice.
So these
Those are
are
beautiful.
for my business for what I'm doing, but they are for you guys too, because I'm doing the reading for you, all of you guys.
Mhm.
Well, unless you are not human, because all humans have astrology.
Well, I jokingly like to tell people I'm really a hamster posing as a human. I'm like the from Men in Black. If this opens up, you'll see a little hamster controlling things. That's what I really am.
The little hamster wheel.
I got
Yeah.
surprised actually. I
Are
bring this
you
shirt.
human? No, I am a meat popsicle.
That is a,
Wait a
Name
minute.
the movie.
Oh, I know that one.
You're a
I know
meat
that
Name
one.
the movie.
I know that one. I know it.
I don't
Where
know
did
that
hear
one.
it? I know it. Where did I hear it?
what is it?
Give it up.
Yeah, because I know it, but I can't remember it.
Fifth Element.
Oh,
Heaven, heaven.
good old Bruce.
Everyone
I guess
says
he was in public and people were screaming yippee-ki-yay at him. And his wife has asked people not to yell at stuff like that at him right now.
Yeah.
I got a little surprised. Actually, this is actually a flipper coin. This is, everyone says, magic is fake. It's fake. So, I mean, this is what I used to do at church. It has a little elastic band in there. So what I do, that's one coin.
Huh.
But what's interesting, it's like a little sandwich. It
They call it sleight of hand. I think is what it actually magically is. It's sleight of hand.
So I put this underneath like a bottle or a cup, and I could palm. Let's see if I get this out of here. I palm this one like this on top of the cup. As this one drops, it looks like it popped inside the cup, but actually this is already in my hand the whole time. I can't really palm things very good. So you drop that inside the cup at the same time as you lift the cup up. That's all the effect is.
Yeah, they call that sleight of hand, like all the stuff with the cards and stuff. Good old sleight of hand. And I don't know if I could ever do
Sorry, I
sleight of
believe in
hand.
magic. I just don't believe in that magic.
It's all magic is a trick, though.
Yeah.
And once you figure the trick out, it's realistic.
Yeah.
It's illusion.
Yeah. That's all really sleight of the hand is. It's just, you know.
But I always show this to everyone because, I believe that everyone needs to. It's really fun to show people how tricks are done, too. The tricks are for kids.
Like the.
But we're all adult kids, so can we know the tricks, too?
Like pulling the coin out of someone's ear.
Like
Yeah.
It's just palming. Man, it's just like. I can't do
I watched a video about adult autism and how we all learn to hide it very well.
Yep.
And we wear a mask. We wear a mask where we don't show others that side of ourselves.
Nope.
And that's how we hide it.
Yep.
And that is our authentic self.
Yes.
So when people say live your authentic selves, you're supposed to live your authentic selves and let that side of you out.
Unless you've hidden it for so long, you don't even know how.
Or that you don't even believe that you will have that. Like, I think my whole family has it. They say it's hereditary. So, like...
I have 3 children that fall under the spectrum. They all have different fathers. The only constant is me.
The common denominator.
My sister, I love you the most. I've
had to come to the realization that I probably fall under the spectrum myself, which explains why I was such a weird child when I was younger. Because I was very eccentric.
Yeah, me too.
I was not really eccentric till I got to my teens. Because I was just antisocial when I was a little kid. I went antisocial, grumpy, and then a little bizarre.
What I find about that is that we find it easier when something is wrong to act like we kind of almost become an actor, an actress to act it out. It's almost easier to act it out than to speak it.
Look at comedians. You'll find a lot of comedians have some kind of issue.
Well, we all have some kind of issue, but I mean, learning about it and realizing and being aware of it can actually help us.
Like there's this one comedian, I forget his name. This guy's got like MS or something. He's got the long hair, and he's just funny as can be. He's like, they gave me this bracelet to help this wrist. I got to put on this one now. Because I heard one comedian say that if you can make fun of others, you need to be able to make fun of yourself too.
Yeah, you should be able to make fun of yourself if you make fun of others. That's right.
So the ones that can poke fun of themselves and everybody else, I like them too. Those are my favorite. Brad Williams, who's like 4 feet tall, under 4 feet tall. Oh, he's talking about he's getting a flag like on his bikes and strapping it on his rear end because it's snowing. He's like, look, you guys fall in the snow, it's okay. I fall in it, I'm freaking dead. So this way you know where I'm at. He's the one. His dad would prank him because he said his dad was mean to him to make him tough because I can't always be there. His 16th birthday, you know those what do they call those little cars that kids can go in and drive? His dad got him one, and he got in it and rode it to school.
Power wheels.
Oh, nice. And
then his dad came by. It was a joke. Why'd you do it?
Oh,
he did. It's like, I like Brad Williams.
Did someone just about start singing that song? I will survive. I cannot lie.
How is Gloria Gaynor doing? I wonder.
Who?
Gloria Gaynor.
What, the song? I will survive.
I think she's like in her 70s now. Hey Siri, how old is Gloria Gaynor?
That song I had forgot about for years. until I saw Men in Black
79
2.
years
Was
old.
it Men in Black 2? The dog.
A song that I heard partial that I haven't heard in ages, just recently, "The Spirit in the Sky."
Ooh.
Norman Greenbaum.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
I love Norman. I saw him in concert. Norman Greenbaum in concert not too long ago.
I have this joke. Do you remember a band called Live?
I think God was a Leo.
I saw the band in Seattle. We have a thing. I don't know if they do it anymore. It's called Bump a Shoot. It's about a week long of music and events. And I went, and Live was there, and I got dragged to it. So I saw the band live.
Cool.
That's
I
a very
remember
decent
one
name.
girl. She asked for the time, and people started throwing her watches, and she put them on the arms. And she goes, "Good thing I didn't ask about underwear."
I remember the Melvins. Seeing the Melvins in concert. Those guys,
The Melvins.
Buzzy. Those guys are still rocking today.
Yeah, there's a lot
Hey,
of
I
good
partied
ones.
with Trooper.
Yes.
The guy I would really like to party with. Actually, there's a guy I would like to party with. He's no longer alive, but I don't know if I can would be able to hang with him.
Hey,
Bon Scott.
Yes, the Bon Scott,
Who's
Yeah.
here? Some more people here?
the original Led
Oh, Timmy
Zeppelin.
Ray's
Yeah.
here.
I mean AC/DC. Sorry.
My favorite AC/DC song is Thunderstruck.
Me too.
Best use of that song in a
do
movie
that.
goes to Battleship.
yeah, I like that movie. That was a good movie, Battleship.
How you doing, Timmy Ray?
Little trivia question. Malcolm and Angus Young, who is their older brother in the 1966 group in England? What was the group's name? It did Fridays on My Mind.
How is Malcolm? Oh, Angus.
It's not too easy to make the beat, is it? Easy
How
beats.
is Angus? Because he was diagnosed with something, wasn't he?
He had cancer.
One of them had a serious medical issue.
Oh, it was Malcolm Young passed away. Malcolm.
It's one of them. They were saying that was somebody was like going deaf or something. And someone else had some kind of condition.
That would be Angus Young is going to the guitar player, the one that would dance with the little shorts
Yeah.
on stage.
Everybody got quiet.
What?
Oh, I love
Trying to
that.
look. Somebody had like a medical issue. Someone
Like
else.
the song rock and roll all night long. Kiss is good too, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it. I'm not too big. I like Guns N' Roses. I like AC/DC, Metallica.
Yeah.
Every rose has a thorn. The song is beautiful.
Every rose has a sword.
Yeah, she does. Every rose has a sword. So
It does.
don't fuck with us. We'll prick you.
Who was
You
it? There
guys
was
think you guys
somebody
got the prick, but
Poison.
we got a prick too.
It's Poison at the MTV Awards, and Cece was so lit he started playing the wrong song.
He was. I was like worried about him for a second.
Kiss is on here. Farewell.
On the farewell tour.
Oh,
They
They're
done
not
a
going
few
to
of
quit
those
playing.
songs.
It's just called Farewell Tour.
Haven't they done that already?
I don't know why they call it Farewell Tour because they're going to still be playing. They're not going to give up. They have the new drummer, which that guy is. He has a car dealership. He fixes cars up. He's not just a drummer.
It's Ozzy that's not touring no more because he
has Parkinson's like my father.
You could kind of tell something was wrong with him for a long time.
He could barely walk. I mean, he's trying to get around, and he says for some reason when he sings, his words get really slurred.
Well, I watched that. There's a video of him where they take him to a studio and they play the isolated tracks of Randy. And he's just
Randy
like,
Rhoads.
whoa.
I think Ozzy was never the same when Randy was flying over his house. He took pilot lessons, and
I remember
that day.
Cliff Burton. I remember that watching a documentary, and his dad was talking about he would do a show, and the next day he'd be like, "My head hurts." He's like, "Yeah, your head's bopping all over the place. It's gonna hurt, son."
It is.
Trying to do the Virgo run right now. You know, it's not easy to do the Virgo one because, you know, Virgo is all about the knowledge, right?
Well, maybe
Exactly.
it's okay. This is gonna sound corny, but maybe it's not easy being a Virgo.
No, it's not. I have Virgo on my chart because me and Virgo share a planet.
Remember the water
Geminis
boy?
and Virgos shared the planet of Mercury, which is about communication.
Okay,
Yes.
they resurrected Captain Insano
Yes.
from Waterboy for a music video because they bought the rights for Captain Insano, and that guy Paul White goes, "I like to wrestle as Captain Insano just once."
He said, I'm actually 34 years old.
And the guy interviewed him. That was one of Foley's. Was that one of Foley's brothers? He had,
Kathy
what,
Bates
two?
was funny on there.
Do you want to
Yeah,
come
what?
up, Timmy Ray?
He had what? Foley had what? Two brothers? Is it?
That was the last one that Jerry Reed, Jerry Reed was on. He was the coach, the mean coach on there.
Though they were talking about what's his name? Brandon Fraser did an interview, and he said that Sandler and Foley had this thing behind the scenes. Who can make the other lose it? So they would do. I'm not going to repeat some of the things they would do, but apparently there was some really out there things that was like, "Oh, that's a bit inappropriate." Keep that in
How
your
about
pants.
Colonel Sanders on there, the teacher, like, "Oh, okay, let's see what your mom had to say on the subject now." Well, my mom said that.
Okay, there was a character that used to appear in his movies, and what's his name? Rob Snyder's movies. You can do it.
Oh, that was also Ron Howard's brother was on there. Little Ronnie Howard, that was Clint Howard. He was the one next to Rob Snyder on there.
But they were like, if you would watch their movies, that character would always be in it. So if it's a Snyder movie, Adam would play the character.
You can do it.
What was it? The one where he plays the devil's son. Was it Torture Harry Winkler?
Yes, that was Little Nicky, right?
He's like, "Go get Harry Winkler."
Little Nicky was little bit.
The only thing about this putty clay, every time you work in it, it gets harder.
Oh.
So it kind of exercises your fingers and your hands.
It helps. It helps the fingers.
Well, here's the question: if somebody wanted to try it out and just start up, what would be a good basic thing for a first timer to make?
What is the shape that you can make? What is the shape that you're really good at? For me, it's hearts. Like hearts is a shape that I can easily make.
I like to make beads.
Like I would start with something that I can do.
My main issue is it would have to be also easy on the hands.
Well, when you first work with it, like you may want to work with some homemade clay, because the homemade clay is a lot softer.
I used to get those
I'm thinking of
those models that you can figures. You click them, you can just put them together with your hands in just pieces. Discovered after building a robot tiger, my hands hurt, so it has to be something that I can do and not hurt
artistic. These. You're very artistic. You can do good art, so you can do anything that you like to do. Anything you like to paint, create that in an art form.
It did to me. That was the famous part. They were sitting up there, and he was telling
I've been a kiss.
Coach, I don't think I could do this, Coach. Water boy, keep your mind.
I've been a Kiss fan since 1975. Timmy Ray, you're not even old enough to been a fan since 1975.
Well, they have what they call now. I've heard about this, the Kiss Army, which is now an official thing, which you can pay and join. And
Kiss concert was. How old are you, Timmy Ray? I thought you were just a young man. You've been on my channel before. You're not that old. You're not older than me. How would you be a fan before you were born? Unless you were in another life.
My sister, I'm gonna have to get to bed. I love y'all so much. It's been a pleasure.
It was great meeting you, man. Take care.
Oh, Timmy's dad's here today. Timmy's dad. He likes to trick me and come in here and pretend to be. No, he always tells me he's Timmy's dad.
Also, I love another show with No, that's hair conditioner. Oh, what's that? A shampoo.
I knew if it was
good for
different,
the
he
hair.
might have already come up on stage here.
I love
You're
y'all so
welcome.
much.
Are
Have a
you heading
blessed
out,
night.
Will? Well, you're welcome to come up here, Timmy Ray's dad. You're always
I'll
welcome.
be right back.
God bless and take care. So you're
I'll be
my
right
prayers, my
back.
sister.
Yeah,
You're my
you too, Will. My brother Will.
Good to
From
see you,
another
Chris.
mother.
Echoes, good to see you. Peace and
Are
love.
you
Have a good
leaving?
night.
I gotta be up early.
Hopefully you have a
Okay.
peaceful night.
Good night, Will.
I love y'all. Take care.
Good
It was
night.
great seeing you again.
You too. God bless.
God
Yes,
bless.
blessings to you too.
Everyone, please remember to hit the thumbs up for my sister, please. Let's share
Thank
this
you,
out, please.
Will.
Yes.
Yes,
Peace and love.
peace and love.
Bye, Will. I like connecting with all of the people that still vibe with me.
Well, thank you for inviting me up. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you. I enjoyed having company here because when I'm doing this, I could do it alone, but I mean, it's not as much fun.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
And now I'm fixing I looked at the cancer sign, and I have to do something to it. And it's still a little bit wet, so I can still do it. I have to just take out a little piece.
I'm looking at this Kiss Army thing they got.
Kiss Army.
Yeah, it's on the Kiss online. They have an official Kiss Army.
I just invited Timmy Ray's dad on panel here. Let's see if you come up. You're 65? That's no problem. You can come up. Age is not a requirement here. You don't have to be a certain age to be coming up here.
Nope.
This is not the
Absolutely.
teenage. This is not the teenage hangout spot. But
No.
No.
We're all
I
old
got-
people.
It cracked me up because as a teen, I used to complain about older people. Now that I'm 44, what do? Damn teens. Like,
I
oh
like
God.
older people because they make more sense. Young people are
I
still trying to
remember
figure it out.
what really got me going one time is I remember getting in my 20s many years ago and getting told, "Oh, you're so old." It's just like, what? I'm in my 20s.
I
I'm
like
not
going into
old.
head shops.
We just
I
have
like
to
going-
accept it.
I like going into head shops here, and because they have to ID you, and it's always younger people who work at these places.
I know,
Never older
right?
people, right? So I'm looking at them, and they're going, I know, you're old enough to be my mom, but I have to do this. That's okay. Here you go. I get a kick out of it, right? Because they
You know,
not
that's
just
funny
tell I'm
because-
over 18.
That's kind of funny because we look younger than the young people.
Not me. I have a lot of gray hair. I don't dye it.
Well, did
only
you know
get
my
gray
son's only
hair.
20? My son's only 27, and he's already got gray hair. So
I started getting grays in my
Nothing to do-
late teens.
that has nothing to do with
right
age,
here.
anyway.
Yeah, you can get. I was getting grays since I was a late teen, right in here. Never gonna dye it either.
No, I
He
don't
was
think I
made in
can
the
pass for my
70s.
teens
I
anymore.
was made in the 70s. Yes, Cass. Kiss was made in the 70s. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was made in the 70s too.
Best decade ever.
It is 75, the best year ever. Rabbit year. It was like the bunny year.
78.
Oh, well, I'll give you that too. You can be awesome too because I'm my own awesomeness and you can be your own.
I'll even forgive the 70s for disco, but just because I happen to like a little disco.
Disco some of it is fun. Yeah, some of
Hey,
it's fun.
we got Disco Duck. That's the main one.
Some disco is fun. Others not
I
so
love
much.
disco. Actually, there's not any kind of
will
music
survive.
I don't like. I can find a song or something about
I will
every
survive.
genre of music to like. I just love music. I just did.
I will survive. Sorry,
Come on,
that's
Disco
one of
Duck
the.
was
That's
awesome.
one of the ones.
Yeah, but Disco Duck was an awesome song.
That's just.
Disco Duck.
There
I
was
remember Disco Duck.
was that when Rasputin came out? The song Rasputin.
Which version?
The original?
Doing the Libra one now.
The one that got popular again because it appeared in some video game.
I don't know if it appeared in a video game.
It's one of those games where as a dance video game, it appeared in it. You dance to it, and you got to copy the dance from from it, and it all of this, the song was all over the place.
Oh yes.
And we even got Star Wars disco.
Ooh.
I think I have that somewhere. I'm not sure. It's all I've heard is a theme done in disco style. But the 60s gave us one of the best albums ever. Leonard Nimoy.
Star Trek.
I've only heard the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. I need to listen to the other stuff. He's better than Shatner.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he actually sings.
Mm-hmm. So
Shatner
did
does
Shatner. Shatner sings too.
That was singing?
I
thought he was talking.
And he sings.
That's all you guys. I don't know who that is. Who that is. Shatner?
William Shatner, Captain Kirk, the original Captain Kirk.
Oh.
Well, technically the second Captain Kirk. Well, no, actually, because the first one was Pike. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it was
the
Pike.
original Captain Kirk, just not the original captain of the Enterprise.
Yep. That was Pike. And
Yeah.
Spock, who actually smiled. Till they decided they need to be all serious.
Was your husband listening to music tonight and you came on here?
No, he was just teasing.
Oh.
He's upstairs in his craft room playing or watching YouTube or something.
Mm.
He's a bit of a gamer too.
Oh, I like to listen to music too, but then that's why a lot of times when I do my crafts, I don't come on here because I can't play the music that I want to listen to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I can't play the shows or videos that I'm watching because it'd be copyright. Even if you're watching another content creator's videos, it's copywriting if you're watching it on. Unless you're doing reactions.
Yeah, and there was a complaint about some of those old reaction things.
I know, and they're getting rid of a lot of the reaction channels, so I don't want to become one now.
Some of them were doing a bad job. When you react to it, you got to be fair. You got to talk over the video a little bit to make it like
not
fair
just
use.
diss people. You can't just be the dissing.
But there were some old ones where all they did was they would sit there and they would watch it and then talk afterwards.
Well, you can't just talk shit about all. You got to give some positive feedback about things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
because then it becomes a drama channel if you don't do that. If you don't, then it becomes a drama channel.
Oh, I know about drama channels. I mean, I tried that route. I'm never doing that again.
And it'd be easier to become a drama channel, right? Like yesterday, I brought something up about something, and it could help somebody else, but it was talking about a certain way of energy and how people think before they speak, or when they're going through something, they really let it out, and then projecting and all that stuff. And I was trying to explain to someone, well, that person made a short about it because they felt judged about it, what I said. And I just said, no, I was there before too, where I had that energy where I was just come on whenever I was pissed off and let everybody hear it. Well, she still didn't admit that she did it. Obviously, she just said, well, I'm sorry, I'll just go be better. Just, I won't never come and share my feelings, whatever. Like, she took it the wrong way, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah. So, you know, like that's another person I'm just like, she's just kind of drama, but, you know, she doesn't want to admit it, but she brings it on. I just like, no. I like to solve the drama.
But unfortunately, YouTube and drama, I feel they go way hand in hand too much, and you can try to avoid it. But it's
Yeah,
like
that's
it
what I
will
just
still
do
it will
now.
still it will still get you. It will still get you.
You can't make people understand I don't see nothing wrong with them or what they're doing. You can't make them see it. And they got to find out for themselves how it works.
Yeah.
True.
This is not working. The Libra is a little tough because it's, you know, justice and balance. It's a little tough here. I'm making the Libra sign right now.
My sign.
Yeah. Libra's got to be perfect because it's balance.
Hey, that's why we have one of the best villains in comics uses all sign. Dark side. His symbol is the Libra sign, pretty much, if I remember right.
Justice? The
Dark
skill.
side. I don't even know if they intentionally chose that for that character, or if someone said this would look great for a villain.
Oh, Cass, Kenny made it to Michigan.
Right on. Michigan meetup because I was, you know, I think that's the Michigan meetup right now, and I couldn't make it. Yeah, I'm not there. I want to be there. I want to be with everybody, but I have my own things I have to do here right now. I can't leave my county or my country. I can't even go visit anybody right now. I have appointments and stuff that don't allow me to do that kind of stuff right now. So I'm just going to live vicariously through everyone else.
I hear ya. That's how I am with yarn buying right now. I can't afford to buy any yarn, so I'm living vicariously through those who can.
I go to there's a little store one town over. Usually get a good deal on yarn there. When my mom goes, "Can you get this yarn for me?" Usually can find any color she wants.
Oh,
It's just a little mon. I guess what do you call it? A little mon paw type craft store.
Oh,
Fun to go in there.
I like those.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a small and it's enjoyable. They used to do those wooden models. They need to get more of those. Because I love doing those.
They're I want to get my husband some of those wooden 3D puzzles that actually do things like they're Mary Maxim sells them, and there's one of it's called the marble parkour. Thank you.
Yeah, my son used to do that, so I know what that means.
Marble parkour, and so you build this thing, and then the marble goes through it and goes up and down and all around, all over this thing, and you have to build it first.
Ooh.
And then you can play with it. They make all sorts of things, like in wooden puzzles at Mary Maxim, and I want to get my hubby some.
The only one I got left, because I'm a Star Trek guy, my favorite Star Trek ship. So I was like, oh, Bird of Prey. I was supposed to be able to get the rings to go up, but I couldn't figure out how to get them to go up, so I keep them in attack mode or whatever.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's a reason why Star Trek 3 is one of my favorite movies, because that's when it debuted.
Excuse me. Burped out loud. I'm making the Libra one little piece at a time.
Cool.
I'm going to stick it all together like the way
that was Mr. Timmy Ray. That was an awesome show. I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek.
Well, I gotta be truthful here. I've seen the original show, but I'm a Next Generation guy.
Of course you are, because you're younger.
Well, because
Next Generation was really big when you would be watching it. It started. It makes sense. when I was younger, I still had a lot of the original Star Trek reruns playing.
Well, I
I
like the
don't think
movies
they were
more.
playing. They stopped playing when Next Generation came out.
I believe you're right, but I like the
I've
movies.
always connected with people that watch that kind of stuff.
Now Voyager, I'm iffy about. Same as Deep Space Nine. Could not get into Enterprise.
Oh, Deep Space Nine rocks. Love Deep Space Nine. It was one of the first sci-fi shows to actually really show diversity, inclusivity. It really, I love, I just, I loved it. No, I'm
I
sorry. I'm
like.
thinking of Babylon 5.
Well, that was
I'm
another
thinking
good
of
one.
Babylon 5.
Been ages since I watched it, but that was another good one.
Babylon 5 was an awesome show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, then I discovered that one of the guys in it was also in Animal House, which I really love that movie. Flanders, or whatever his name was from Animal House, was in Deep Space on Babylon 5. I forget who he played. But I might have found that way too fascinating. It's like Animal House.
I love Babylon 5.
It's a good
Deep
one.
Space Nine I liked, but it just wasn't the same as the rest of the Star Treks.
Well, later on, when they added a spaceship they can travel around in, it did a little bit.
It got a little bit better, yeah.
And then that spaceship got destroyed in one of the movies.
And then they figured out how to move the space station.
Now, they have other ideas for some of the shows, but I guess they don't want to be too heavy on the streaming shows. So I guess when they get rid of them, they'll add some of the other ideas. They just don't want to be heavy on the Star Trek shows. I think they were saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I didn't realize it was so late.
Yep. Man, I just heard myself do that.
But I guess you could kind of tell when they started going away from Gene's idea, because I guess Gene had different ideas on what he wanted that universe to be. That's why you saw some of like the colors for they used in the original and Next Generation. And then after he passed away, you could tell they were going away from his ideas.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
say
we got all of the Star Wars. All of them. On VHS. Like the 3 original ones and then all the new ones.
Of the new ones, Rogue One I liked. I liked Rogue One.
I remember the star was wait. I remember the Star Wars movie back in the 70s. Community got the third VCR tapes from the movie on Star Trek. Nice.
It was New Hope. Because Return of the Jedi was in the 80s.
Yeah, it's A New Hope.
Trying to remember when The Empire Strikes Back was made.
Empire Strikes Back. And then Return of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah, that was 80s, so they made 2 in the 80s. And we also got that Christmas special.
Oh, yeah, the Ewoks Christmas special.
Where you couldn't tell that was Mark Hamill.
No, from the car accident.
He had so much makeup on his face that I call him the Ken doll. I call him a Ken doll.
Yeah, from the car accident.
So that would explain why he looked creepy.
Yeah, he had a car accident. His face was disfigured, And you can actually tell now because he doesn't cover it up. But back then he was still worried about his face because it left him with a scar. So he did cover it up, but nowadays he doesn't. If you look at his pictures nowadays, he has a scar on his face and he doesn't cover it up. It's not really all that noticeable in my eyes. It looks more like just a crease of the skin to me, like a laugh line that really went up the side of his face.
He went on to have a pretty big career in voice work.
Hmm?
There is a cartoon where he voices every character in it. He's the Joker, he's Swamp Thing, he's the Trickster, he's all of them. He's even like the police officers.
Oh yeah.
And he's in the back messing with Joker and Trickster by doing the voices, and messing with them. But of course, he said he's not doing Joker no more. He says since that guy who voiced Batman passed away, he's like, no. It's like, I can't do it no more.
Sorry, I'm watching TV. Hubby's got it on all of the Star Wars. So I'm looking at it going, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I watched that. Like Star Wars was big in my family because when I had kids, I got them into the Star Wars and the Star Trek just by watching them, right?
Yeah.
And with us, it was every Christmas Star Wars would come on. I don't know why, but it was a thing. And then every Christmas we would watch the movies. Once I bought the movies, it just became tradition. So every Christmas, it was a Star Wars trilogy binge.
Yeah. Do you remember when they re-released the original trilogy in the theater back in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
I went and saw A New Hope. And I went and saw the re-release of Grease. More people showed up for Grease than Star Wars, which shocked the living daylights out of me. I would have thought it would have been the other way around. But hey, and the Grease one was more fun because we sung along with all of it. Like when we get to the duets, like Summer Loving, the guys would sing all the parts, and all the girls would sing all those parts. It was so much fun. There was people sitting on the floor. It was just probably one of the best experiences I've ever had.
See, the one thing that I don't agree with, and I wish he hadn't done, he sold the rights of Star Wars to Disney.
Oh, you heard about the comment he made? That he compared that to slavery, selling slaves or something to Disney.
It's not
So
the same.
he regrets it then, in other words.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, they're going to just do nothing but destroy it. I mean, they're going to take everything he's worked, his wonderful, big, huge mega story, and they're going to go to Disneyfy it and destroy it because that's what they do.
Look at the negative reaction to that new trilogy. I don't, for the Samus, I didn't enjoy them, but I'm not like some of these other people who have been like on, out for blood doing petitions, which I really don't think those petitions are going to do anything.
Well, I don't know. It shows that there's a large number of people who disagree or agree, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know how effective petitions are.
I mean, look at Halloween Kills. That scene with the firemen. There's a scene with firemen, and someone put a petition out trying to get them to pull that scene with the firemen.
Why? Because were they sexy? Because you know
because
what?
Michael
Abandoning them, if
slaughtered
there's
because
something that is like,
Michael slaughters the firemen, and it offended somebody, and they had to put a petition out
Oh,
demanding they remove it.
I did
somebody
the
got it.
Libra.
Oh,
Hey.
there you go. That looks nice.
I don't know. So I've done the Libra, Scorpio. Let me hear myself. Somebody else got another window open? Or is that me?
Might be you, not me, because I
Not me.
Oh,
got the headphones on.
that's weird. Okay. So I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Now I have to do, Sagittarius is going to be easy. It's the arrow.
Oh, there you go.
The arrow
But
is
it's the easiest. The one that seems the easiest could be the hardest.
No, Aquarius is going to be harder because Aquarius is just like the two water. Like da 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 da. Da, da, da,
You know,
da, da.
I agree with you, Mr. Timmy Ray. That and SpongeBob. SpongeBob, I'm sorry. I was
Timmy Ray's
totally
dad.
against SpongeBob
It's
as
Timmy Ray's dad.
soon as it's
The South Park
it's
was
Timmy
what I was
Ray's dad.
into. I was in the South Park years ago, but then I got out of it. I'm shocked it's still on.
I don't like Family Guy or South Park. A lot of kids think that how the families are on that show is how families are supposed to be, and that's totally fucked up.
Oh, totally. And I don't agree with parents letting their kids watch it. Like, I always made sure,
See,
I
this
always
is the
knew
thing
what my
about
kids were
joint
watching.
family. This is the thing at joint family. Like me and my ex, we totally were a total opposite. He was a Scorpio, and he let his kids watch Scream, and he let his kids watch that crazy Chinese movie where the.
My God, he probably let them buy really violent video games.
So I didn't know what I should do. You know, my kids. So my youngest one, he used to be scared of that and the mask, and they used to scare him with it, and I'd be so pissed off when they would scare him with that. The other kids, the older kids.
Here's
But
the thing about video games. I don't know if they do this in Canada, but they do this in America. They have this thing right here.
Yes, ratings guide.
I have talked to parents about this,
Yeah.
and they will still
Nobody
get a
did. Nobody
game that's
looked at
in
that.
for the kid. I go, why you get in for your kid? Because they like it and they want it.
Do you
Well,
know
if
what
you-
the game is? Do you know how violent it is? Do you
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
corruptive it is? Like,
Mhm.
do you seem to care?
Yeah. But hey, again, it's like the thing is, the kid likes it and want it. So it's like, okay, so if your kid liked alcohol and wanted it, would you get that for them too?
Yeah.
Maybe
Right.
drugs or a gun?
Like Grand Theft Auto when it came out. Holy crap!
I seen people at I seen people at Walmart, and they'd be like old ladies or old men, and be like, "My kid likes this game," and then the Walmart person, "How old's your kid?" Well, they're like 10.
I mean, let's look
I'm
at
sorry, but any game where you know, like it teaches you to be a criminal, and then you heal by sleeping with prostitutes.
or you
Uh-huh.
can,
And then also like
sleep
heal
with
me.
prostitutes, get strippers, run people over, do drugs and drink.
Yeah.
In the online mode for GTA 5, they removed kids from the game.
Yeah.
Because they knew that's what would happen. And you really want to get them going, you can make a character and choose what the penis looks like.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Yeah, no
And-
kidding, Mr. Timmy Ray. The 21st century. You know, and I'm all for, you know, like pushing boundaries. I don't mind progress. I don't think living in a box and keeping, you know, people in blinders is the right thing to
No.
have to grow, you know, like wordly beings. How can you grow a wordly being if that being is if that person is put in a box and only fed what you wanted to learn?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So in a way, I kind of I'm for uncensored internet. I don't believe in censorship. What I do believe in is parents and caregivers stepping up to the frickin' plate and actually parenting their kids and saying, no, you can't watch that because
Yeah.
it is rated M, or it is too violent, or it's past your frickin' bedtime, go to bed.
Yeah.
Have you
You
heard this line?
That's what I'm for.
Have you
Yeah.
heard this line about games? Oh, when the kids inside playing games, well, they're okay here. At least they're safe. They're not outside. They're not safe playing these games,
Mhm.
particularly the online ones.
Nope. My kids wanted my kids wanted one of those big stupid games, first person shooters when they came out, and I said no. I said forget it. Then my friend has it. I don't care. If your friend jumped off a cliff, would you follow him too? Because it's the
Probably.
cool thing to do.
That's a
Like, hello.
but I mean they're all family. Well, I would say they were family friendly games, but they do kind of put things in there. Still, you'll find them every now and then.
Like,
Little
I
things.
raised gamers. I'll be the first person to admit it. But I watched what they gamed. I bought what they gamed.
No, I didn't buy none of my kids' games. My oldest one bought the young games for the youngest one.
I bought the Nintendo GameCube and I bought the Mario series. And it
Good
was
series.
a winner. It was a winner. It kept the older one engaged. It kept the younger one engaged. Mario Kart was a hit. It kept them both engaged against each other. And, I was told by the therapist it's good for their hand-eye coordination. Don't worry about it. It's a wholesome game. And it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind it. I still, limited how much time they got on it. I didn't let them go hog wild. I was very much, aware of the dangers of letting my kids have too much gaming, even if it was a good game like Mario,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now when they were 18, I knew exactly where my kids were. If they weren't at work, they're at home gaming. Why? Because I raised gamers, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's
Because
better than
they're going
being out
out.
there. It is better than being out there in the real, because mentally and emotionally it can really harm you, but physically you can be more harmed outside.
Yep.
with your friends. If you hang
What
out
was
with
it?
your friends that are
GTA
bad.
that they discovered that terrorist groups were using it to try to recruit people. And that was GTA Online.
Yep. See, and that's another thing I never let my kids watch. I never let my kids watch Power Rangers. Why? Because it taught them to beat up other kids. I'm Power Rangers. You're a bad guy. I'm going to beat you up.
What about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I just said Ninja Turtles.
No, I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I just kind of made sure that they were. I directed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I love them. I mean, I like what I said, call them nerds. Well, they are nerds
well, the thing about the Turtles, what you saw on TV and to this day, that's the family-friendly Turtles, not the original. There's the original Turtles comics, and then there's the cartoons.
Yes.
Oh, that original comic was pretty dark.
Was there?
Yeah. Yep. I've actually seen a couple of comics and read them, and it was like, oh, that's a little bit darker than the show.
Oh, yeah.
A couple upstairs that are in plastic.
Yes.
I have one of the graphic novels for them. Like talking about people dying, people being killed, and killing people.
I made it myself. It's a bandana.
Oh, cool. I can't see the decoration on the fabric very well, though.
No, it's a kid's bandana. Hold on.
Oh, the Turtles.
The Turtles. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Ah, Raphael.
Yeah, I made this for my son years ago.
Cool.
I still got it.
I'm still a Michelangelo guy because that would be me if I was a turtle.
Oh,
Well, this is the
pizza,
only
man,
fabric.
pizza.
Pizza and having fun. That's
Okay,
me.
so I got the green one, the ground with the guy with the green bandana, the orange bandana, and the red bandana.
So you got Michelangelo, you've got Raphael, and I think you've got Leonardo.
Yeah, okay. Leonardo's blue and Donatello's purple.
And who's red and orange?
Raphael is red,
Yeah, and
and
Mikey's
Michelangelo
orange.
is orange.
So I got four. There's only four of them, right?
Yeah,
I got them all on here.
yeah, and no one. It's like it's always Leo, Mikey, Donnie, and Raffy, or whatever they call him.
Donnie's important.
Raph. And don't forget Splinter. Splinter's important.
Yes.
What sign is your husband?
Taurus.
Oh,
Taurus, the bull. The stubborn bull. Does your wife have to grab you by the horns? Sorry.
right. Doesn't work so well.
No, my ex is a Taurus, the one that's down the hall. So I was asking, so what is he waiting for? Is he waiting for like me to come and grab him by the horns?
And yes, Timmy Ray, you probably are happy I was not your mom. I was semi-strict, but
No, Timmy
my
Ray.
kids are good kids. My kids have never been
Listen,
into drugs.
Trish,
They
you're
don't
actually
party.
talking to Timmy Ray's dad, which he's older than you. He's old enough to be your daddy.
Okay, well, I still raised good kids. It doesn't change the fact I still raised good kids that don't party, don't do drugs, don't really drink. Okay, they may smoke a little pot here and there. I don't consider that doing drugs.
No, me neither.
But pot's all they do.
I like the
And they may have a drink here and there, but they're not partiers. You know, they're good kids. They've never been in trouble with the law. They mind their P's and Q's, and they're respectful towards others.
Yeah, my kids have been raised pretty humble too. I just, I don't even expect nothing from my kids, and that's when I get my gifts. I don't expect nothing from them, and then all of a sudden, boom, comes home with a computer. My son comes home with a computer. I got a second computer now. I was talking about getting a second one, but I also want to get a laptop.
I made the mistake of getting one of those, like, not really a Chromebook, but like a Chromebook, and then discovering a lot of features I can't use unless I go online. But I can type, which I think that's, I want to get back into writing. So I was given an exercise back in 7th grade where they would give us a picture, and we had to write a story about it.
I have another Taurus question. I've never tried it on my Taurus X, but so when you want a Taurus to come after you, do you wave a red flag?
That's a good question. That's a very.
I gotta learn something from your husband. So some techniques about Tauruses here. So
become an El Matador. Toro.
Toro.
Yes, that one works. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go stand out outside of his door, going, "Hey, Toro."
You need the outfit too.
Yeah.
Just stand clear of the horns because we're coming to gouge.
Hey, I'm a farm girl. I can handle
fucking matadors. They're all fucking mean people. They're bullies.
Mean?
They got to be taken out. All of the matadors.
Who's Matador?
El
Matador.
Matador.
They all need to be stomped under the hoof.
I have no idea. All the Tauruses, Tauruses need a shove, a little bit, like a little push, and then they get going. I have a son that's a Taurus too, and my dad. So I was like, triple Taurus. I know the son of the Taurus. I know the father side of the Taurus. I know the boyfriend side of the Taurus. Just don't know the husband side of the Taurus yet. So I'm figuring that out right now by asking you and your husband.
But getting me in trouble, you mean?
Oh, no. I doubt it.
There you go.
You're pretty grounded. You're a Capricorn. Oh, there you go. You got the Taurus sign there. And I
I
can't
don't
read
think
the little
you
things.
can read it. Let me read it for you. Taurus, you are practical and persistent. You have a dogged determination to work like hell and could go far. If only you could get up in the morning. Apparently,
Yeah.
they don't know my hubby because he's a morning person.
But he's just saying that
My
Mrs.
son too.
Tandy, if she was my mom, I would get child services in this. But praise God, she is not my mom in the 90s.
Now I'm about to make the Capricorn sign.
Hey, my kids are good kids.
Capricorn sign right there. I'm gonna make now.
Yep.
And then Pisces, and then that will be it. I'm done after that. Oh wait, Aquarius and Pisces. 3 more I have to make. I've almost made all 12 signs.
But you know, this is the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius.
I like that song. Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So 30 years ago.
Oh, and the horse with no name.
Horse with no name.
Good to get out of the rain.
So
That's another good one. And I'm the one. My brother, he tends to ignore me when I say this. I tell him like, there's a song that makes me think about him. He's not heavy. He's my brother. And he's a bit on the thick side, kind of, a little round. So I think he believes I'm making fun of him. I'm not, which is, well, kind of a little, but it does make me think of him. Tends to ignore me like I didn't hear that when I tell him that.
So yeah, I like my little candle holders I'm making and the little card holders.
I like your little card holders too.
Yeah, and everybody can use oracles. Even if you don't do tarot, you can still use oracles for your life. And you can put that up every day. Because 4 years ago I started what I'm doing. Today I don't have an angel card up, but every single day first thing I do in the morning when I sit down with my coffee is I pull some angel cards, ask the angels for some advice for the day, and I put them up. And if I don't have angel cards up, I feel naked now.
It's 10:30, so that's inside time.
Yeah, amazing things are happening in my life right now, and I'm happy about that. Getting the right people in my life that can help me and with my situations.
Good.
Maybe help me figure out why I'm so weird. Just kidding. But I like my weirdness.
Hey, weird is fun.
I don't have a problem with it, but some other people do.
Mushrooms. Eat mushrooms.
No, I think that actually give me the pain on my back. Actually, I think that was the repercussion from it.
And not the
Actually,
giggles.
the next day I felt that was like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I regretted it because I also, I have a reputation to uphold online, and I don't normally do that. But if like you do that once in a blue moon, you do it, and you did online, then whoever saw it online, to them, you're doing it all the time.
No, it's true.
So I just made that video private. So whoever didn't see it, well, too bad. You weren't there.
The dog needs a bad food.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go tonight because I have to go and put my dogs out and everything.
Yeah, I gotta do the
you
same.
You guys
I
have a
gotta do the
wonderful
same.
night, and thanks for teaching me some things about the Tauruses.
Thank you for having me up. It's been a blast.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You take care because I gotta do it too. I gotta go take care of my dogs and get some food in my stomach.
All right, I'm going to sit here and do this for a little bit. I got a couple more signs to make.
All right. Take care.
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
Now I'm doing Capricorn. Capricorn. Everybody leaves when I'm doing Capricorn. Why? Well, you got a problem? Just kidding. No, one Trish was a Capricorn. Is a Capricorn. I mean, I'm doing Capricorn now. All right, we're going to do it this way. Let me read some of the chat. Timmy Ray, ask Timmy Ray if she was my mom, I may get child services. Praise God, she is not my mom. In the 90s. Who are you talking about? I don't know. Child services don't do shit for you though. They don't. They're useless. They're useless. They don't do anything good, and anything they do is bad. So, some of the best people have had those people in their life, and some of the worst have never. So, if you're one of the best, you've had them in your life or whatever. If you're one of the worst, and you may be the one. I'm just saying in general, if people are, still have all kinds of good things to say about them, then they probably were the, one that has never dealt with them. Never dealt with them demons. I've dealt with them in a couple of different towns. I also told them where to go and how to get there. My opinion. Back then, I didn't believe in Jesus because of grandma's passing, and it was beer drinking, but not now. I believe in Jesus now. That's good. Jesus is the one that saves our soul. Without him, we wouldn't even have a soul. Well, our soul would be dead too. So, but a lot of people get angry with the Creator when they're grieving. Somebody popped on, but popped off. Who was that? I didn't see. If you pop back up, whoever that was. Let me post the link again. Oh, it's Timmy Ray's dad.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Timmy Ray back. I was talking to your dad.
What's going on? Oh, yeah, he told me he was on there, and I was in the kitchen.
Yeah, we were just chilling. He was in the chat
Oh,
chilling with us, and I had Will up here. I had Patrick up here. I had
I know her.
Trish up here. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen Trish. She had to step down.
She had a what?
Yeah, Trish had to step down.
Yeah, because she's been up here for a while. I've been on here for almost 3 hours, Timmy Ray. I was talking to your dad already too.
Oh, he's in bed now.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if your dad was still in the chat or who was in the chat. How's it going?
Oh, that was Dad talking. But y'all was talking about music.
We were talking about music, movies, everything basically.
Right.
Everything under the sun, whatever comes up.
Right.
I'm making signs here. I'm making the signs of astrology here right now.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
I know you did a live stream. I think it was yesterday morning. You was making something.
Yeah, I was.
You look like a cassette tape.
Gazoon tape?
That's what it looked like.
What'd you say?
A cassette tape.
Oh, cassette tape. I thought you said Kazoon day. I thought you were speaking German.
No.
Because that's, he's like, thank you, or Gesundheit. That means like thank you or something in a different language.
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor today because of my throat.
Oh. How are you doing now? Doing better?
I got my voice back, but I got to talk real slow.
Well, take it easy. Oh, I broke my sign. I just broke the sign. It doesn't want to really do the little twirls,
Right.
Has problems doing the twirls.
Mm.
And some of these signs have to have these damn twirls in it.
Right.
All right, let's do it differently. Never give
Hey,
up. Just doing it.
well, I tried that man's YouTube channel you told me about to go to.
Hmm?
You remember the spare person you told me to go to?
Yeah, what one?
I can't remember the name. It's one of them you did a link for.
Did I what? Or
You
did
did
I
a link
what?
for him.
Oh, you talking about?
I can't remember the name now, since I got the top of my head.
I forget now. I forget. Well, I always share a lot of people's links, so sometimes I tell people, a lot of people, if it's a YouTuber and they support my channel, I send other people there.
Right.
So who was that? Kenny? Kenny? Oh, you already know
I think
Kenny,
that's
right?
yeah, 4-man. That's it,
Yeah,
Kenny.
you know poor man. Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my moderators too. And he supports my channel, I support his. We help
Right.
each other.
He's somewhere.
But,
He's somewhere up in a meetup.
yeah, Michigan. He Ashley came in here and said that he's made it safe and sound. And yeah.
But that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's good that he made it safe and sound, and I would love to go to a meetup, but maybe one day I will be able to. One day.
Yeah,
One
because you're up
day.
in Canada, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'm trying to make something here. I'm trying to do the thing. Trying to copy it. It's hard to do some of these signs.
Right.
So I could
You
have got to
do.
make a 6 and then add it to it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you was talking to Dad because I was in the kitchen.
mm, yeah. Shelby, what do you
I
want?
told
My dog.
I told him to come up there with you, but he wouldn't come.
Yeah, he didn't wanna. He was shy.
Yeah, he is.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
he's 67. So
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure something out here. How to make this twirl, because this twirl wants to keep breaking on me.
Mm.
The little twirl wants to break on me.
what are you trying to make?
Right now, I'm making the sign of Capricorn, which is
Oh, okay.
this sign right here. Wait.
Oh.
This sign right here.
Oh, okay.
Trying to make that one.
Well, that don't look hard to make.
Well, the little tail is hard because this is hard to bend it because it wants to break when you bend it, some of it.
Right.
Maybe I have to add a little glue to it, maybe. I don't know. Dip it in water, make it all wet.
Right. Just do the best you can.
Whatever works.
No, you got that right.
Whatever works out. I was going to try put it on here. Okay, so it's got to go. Okay. So like that. Okay.
Well, my friend, I'm gonna step down. I got someone beeping in on my phone.
All right. Well, thank you for popping on. Nice to see you. Sending you good
Oh, you too,
vibes.
my friend. You take care, my friend. Bye, y'all.
You too. Thank you.
That's crazy. It's out of here.
Oh, you just gotta leave the studio.
See how
See ya. And then it's me. Okay, now we got to get it off the table here without breaking it. Got to get off the table onto my hand so I can, yeah, fix it. Yeah, it does help when you add a little more water. Thank you, Jish. I just did that. I'm making these little signs to put them on the things, so they will be used for something. Okay, there we go. I'll leave that one up there to dry. All right, now we're done. That one, now I just have to do Aquarius and Pisces. Aquarius shouldn't be too hard. Pisces shouldn't be too hard either. Oh. Just got to make the water. Oh, I left this out of the bag. I got to put that back in the bag or it's going to get all dried up. Here's the bag. Now it's quiet. I should put some music on. No, I'm not going to because it's really too late for music because my son is sleeping. Got to get up for work in the morning. So I got to keep my work a little quiet over here. Quiet time. Okay, I got to put it on plastic now because I got to work on it with plastic. I gotta put it on here maybe. Oh, I hear the kitten. Say, Mom. Mom. If you want someone to talk to, do you have text me? Oh, text me. Text me. Thanks. I'm just gonna be quiet for a bit. Do quietly working. Just quietly working. Say thank you. Really concentrating on this one. Really concentrating on this one. All right, gotta get rid of some of the stuff here. Still here. Man, they don't look nice. Aquarius is done. Now I just got to do Pisces. Guys, gotta do Pisces. Pisces sign be easy to do. And they look black until, I'll show you guys, they look black until they dry, and then they get white. So there are the ones I did. Some of the ones I did. Rest of them are right there. Okay, we'll do it that way. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Holy crap. Oh, crap. Come on, then. Come on. What the heck? She's one busy. I'm alive. There's an ashtray. I haven't smoked. Put an ashtray in the bathroom. Thomas is sleeping, so close my door, let the cat in, whatever. Here, take the damn thing, bring me the other one back, whatever. Jeez, just, I'm alive here, like, right? Make the Pisces one, and then I'm done, and I'm gonna probably get out of here. Clean up my table and stuff, and probably be back for readings tomorrow. If you, for those of you that are interested in watching my readings and look forward to them, I will be doing them tomorrow. There's Pisces. Last sign's gonna give me a hard time. Done! Ta-da! Got all the signs, and now I'm going to make a bunch of these and put all the signs on there. And maybe I'll come back tomorrow to do some painting. Tomorrow, maybe. Oh, there she goes again, because at the same time she wanted to come in here. She wanted to come in Nick's room. And then I opened my door, and Nick came out at the same time. And then she ran. She wanted to go the other way. A little whiner she is. My little princess. Little whiner princess. Time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. Well, time to get to cleaning up the mess. Well, let me show you guys all. Let me show y'all what they got done. Let me put it on something exciting. All right. Let's see all the signs from Aries all the way to Pisces. So we got Aries. Toros. We got Gemini. What Gemini? And then we got Cancer. I'm going to show them to you guys also. I'm just putting them all up here. We got Leo. And then we got Virgo. And then we got Scorpio. Wait, no, Libra, but I found Scorpio first. We got Libra. Where's my Libra? Oh, there you are. I was going to say, I made you. I am 1 a.m. It's party time. Yeah, maybe. No, it's sleep time. Don't you forget it. I'm just kidding. No, it's whatever time. Some people it's sleep time. For some people it's up time. Got the Capricorn over here. And we got the Aquarius. And now we got the beautiful little last Pisces. Last but not least, we got Pisces. All right, you guys want to see them all? I can see them all. Some are dried and some are not, but this is what I did today. So now I'm going to make all the card holders, so that way whenever I do whatever sign, reading sign, then you will have that sign sitting here with a card. Just going to put this on my other computer so they can dry. Oh! And then I made a couple of yin yang signs and some little dots to make little flowers. Ooh la la! And these ones go in this other container. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. They're all in there. Okay. I gotta seal this up really good so that way it doesn't dry out, you know. You don't want it to get dried when you're not working on it. So I'm going to put elastic around it. Maybe if I can find one. Here we go. There, that will seal it. And then this one here, I'm probably going to do something with it later, so I'm just going to fold this one up because it's only a little bit in there. Let it cut off. Oh, these are cool. This one's fully dried now, almost fully dried. This is a little candle holder. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the things I get to make here. So I've been on YouTube for 3 hours again. So I think I put my time in here today. And I'm going to clean up. And then tomorrow morning, you guys will see cards on this table. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. But we'll see you on my other channel. Have a good night, Trish. Thank you for being here. I hope I didn't piss your husband off. I was just joking around. You know. All right. God bless everyone. Have a good day. I just like to joke around. No hard feelings or no, like, see, I wasn't serious about anything I said. Anyways, bye. Okay, good. You guys have a beautiful night. Thank you for being here again. Thank you for everybody that came up on my panel. I really do appreciate all your love and good blessings and good energy. Thank you for being here and joining me and chatting and keeping the stream live. All right, God bless.